Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It's a new week. Happy to see you all. Thank you for joining us. This is going to be session 7 of the Dying Embers, a D&D 5e system. It's going to be an actual play on the Happy Jacks RPG network. To catch up on all of our past episodes, visit happyjacks.org/dyingembers. And to find all the shows on the Happy Jacks network, visit happyjacks.org/shows. I'm Jameson. Got that out of the way. How are you all doing? Good, I hope. So,
Good.
Let's go around the table, a virtual table, and introduce everyone. Oh my god, you all switched spots when I wasn't looking.
Did we?
You
Well, there
did.
was a thing a little bit.
I
Yeah.
also realized I have the wrong name for a different game on our.
Hold
So
on.
my name is Clara, and
No,
you
I
can
want to see
find
your
me
impression of me.
at Clearly Golden, unless you're into mermaids, in which case.
You monsters.
What's your content like?
There. Now it's fixed. Why don't you start us off, Nick? Can you go ahead and introduce yourself and the character you're playing this week?
All right. Okay. Hey everyone. My name is Nick, and I am playing Maktaba Keeneye, who is a seeker of knowledge, which is equivalent to a D&D cleric. And big things are going to happen, I think.
Yep. That's a fair
This is
assessment.
fine.
Bada boom.
I'm not even using the Happy Jacks background today. This is fire.
Yeah. Blythe, go ahead and introduce yourself and who you're playing.
Hi, I'm Blythe Kayla, and this is gonna be super serious, and we're all gonna die, and it's fine. Yeah, I'm playing Sal'haera, Fear, who is a fire genasi mystic.
Yeah, I'm playing Sal'haera,
and
Fear, who is.
I'm just so worried about everything.
I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Are we sure about that? 'Cause I'm not
Clara,
sure.
introduce yourself.
Okay. Hello, I am Clara. I'm playing Petra, a half-elf rogue. I'm done. Formerly of the opposing army, war criminal extraordinaire. I'm so over this. Sorry. I just remembered where we left off.
Oh yeah, everything's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Joey.
Everything's fine.
Hi guys, I'm Joey. I am playing Aelfonn Doric, our half-elf bard, who is kind of now a quarter or a half-elf. Yeah, that one didn't really work that well. I lost a leg. To sum it up, to put it in a nice little package, I got a new one though. I got new legs, and yeah, that's all fun. And this time, the trouble was not caused by me.
No, you're absolutely right.
Beg to differ.
It was 100% caused by you.
I think you started it.
Why don't you guys fill in the audience of what happened last time? This way they're not like, what? Because I imagine that's what their faces are, just, what?
Well, we got invited to a fancy dinner party, and those always go well in games, has been my experience.
Well,
So-
it could have gone well.
Yeah. So, as we were sitting around and making small talk, one of our party decided to entertain everyone assembled.
As is
And
my
begin-
job.
That's right. And began to tell a story, some might say a story within a story, in order to make sure that everyone understood exactly why we were all gathered here and the possible repercussions of such an august event. And that went over so well that my character, Maktaba, asked someone sitting next to me to enlighten us with a little bit more information. And he took great offense at that and challenged me to a duel.
I feel like you're omitting a little something in there.
I feel like
No,
we've
that
lost
sounds
you
about right
a
to me.
lot.
I think all the players will say that this sounds right.
You can't trust them. You can never trust the players.
Okay. we were at a big fancy dinner. We were sitting there. Well, there was a performance that was made by Aelfonn, and it was a direct allegory to the betrayal that had occurred by a gentleman named Ravos, who was the big bad of the opposing force, who had been on our side but betrayed his husband and all of the people of the magical loving worlds. You can see his picture right up there behind Blythe. And
Also, he was at the dinner party.
Was seated next to me. And he became more and more quietly enraged and, quote, amused by the telling of the tale and the tale within the tale. And I attempted to use a spell to command him to confess, and he resisted, noticed that he had magic had attempted to be used from him, and was so insulted that he challenged me to a duel, which I accepted. Is that better? Do you like that version a little bit more?
The real one, yeah, I absolutely do.
Yeah.
The other one was real.
What's
You
real?
also forgot the little part where our lawful good knight, who is nothing but a stick in the mud, is juggling her alliances between us, whom she loves and has spent 5 years protecting and trying to rebuild the order with, and all things, and her ex, who happens to be the leader of the nation we're in.
Yeah, and also I've been with my girlfriend for years. Literally I've been with her since the order was around. We've been together a long time.
And yet you never mentioned her.
No, she was a secret.
Yeah, you've been with us as long as I've been alive, so fuck you.
That's true.
Been with her longer.
My entire life.
But yeah, so
The secret lover part of secret
Also,
is very important.
we have to mention the
Secret
part
lover.
with what's his name going to fight. We're trying to get it to where what's his name will fight in your place.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
was getting to that. So
Lucy.
they lock Maktaba away so he doesn't run away from his duel, and Aelfonn, Sal, and Petra all kind of conspire to figure out how to get Maktaba out of this. And we decide that the best way to do this is to get his name is on the other page.
Lucy.
Help me out here, people. Lucii, that's what it is. That's what I said.
Mhm.
Lucii, who was just revealed to have been fixed the whole time, who was the leader of the Order and ex-husband to Ravos until they fought and all that bullshit happened.
And he died.
He disappeared without a trace, and no one knew what happened to him. We've decided that it would be best to have him duel Ravos, since they're more equal in power, and maybe light a fire under his ass to take some responsibility for his actions and come back to the fight. We got Petra to talk to Maktaba about this idea, who seemed a little on the fence about it. And that's kind of where we left off.
Yep. I'm sorry, did you guys talk about the poison scone?
Oh,
No.
we didn't know.
The stone
We're
scone?
about to, though.
Stone skull.
So
It's symbolic.
Of your treachery?
Petra had come up with the idea that since Maktaba wouldn't back down, that if he was knocked out, a la Mr. T trying to be on a plane somewhere, for anyone old enough to get that reference, that then they could go ahead and have Lucii step in with no possible repercussions or problems because of that. So she had someone whip up a knockout draught that she added to a cinnamon roll and brought it to Maktaba. And I believe we, who had been sequestered again, so he did not leave during before the duel, and had presented it to him, and that's where we faded to black.
Mm-hmm.
This is great.
We're having fun, right?
Yeah, that's what.
I'm
this
having a
is.
blast.
Fun.
Again, not my fault.
All your fault.
all your fault.
I feel like you ran around with a can of gasoline, pouring it around the village, but you didn't light it.
No, I didn't light it.
I
didn't
soaked the
start the
ground,
fire.
that's all.
You
No,
didn't
it's
start
your
the
fault.
fire? I'm pretty sure you did start the fire.
So,
Well, it was always burning since the world was turning.
Hmm.
Here I am, trying
Actually,
to hoping someone joins me in Sondheim, and you guys take this route.
All I know, I'm pretty sure what actually happened is Aelfonn set the gasoline and then Maktaba lit it on fire. That's what happened. It's these two. I don't know where you are on the screen, but you two.
It's true. It's a little hard to Brady Bunch when we don't know what squares we're in.
No, I'm like, it's all a mystery to me because I can't watch it. I'll get too distracted if I see myself.
you're like a parrot or something?
No, it's because I already see myself on the Zoom. If I saw myself on the Twitch and the lag, it would just weird me out.
Oh, that's why I put the Zoom window like over the Twitch
Yeah.
camera window, so I see the chat and then I see our Zoom.
I have
Yeah.
the chat popped out,
Oh,
and then the codex, and then my character sheet.
Good. So, Blythe, I want you to tell us why you are here to begin with, and where here is.
Wait, what?
The nation that you're in?
Yes, the nation, the codex. The decks filled with the information.
we're in Divinius.
Well, yeah, we're currently in Divinius, in the
Right,
world of
right.
Deus. Which Divinius is kind of like a sovereign nation that doesn't really have a side currently, even though they're on the magic side of the world. And we are
Yeah.
currently... Someone say something?
I was just gonna say, and they were allies.
They were allies. Divinius now is shut down and like tried really cut off from the world. And we are there because we were trying to get people to safety and protect them from the giant Empire engine who want to use them for bad things. And we were also trying to help find homes for like half of a village of people. And Divinius is a pretty safe
Yeah.
place to be, so we were bringing people there to save them, and now we're in trouble.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember the name of your longtime girlfriend?
River Tanias.
There we go. All right, so
Didn't even have to look at that one.
just got it memorized. All book and everything.
Remember it because it's a Star Wars anagram.
It is. I'm shameless. That's how I either do where I change it to Latin or I will just anagram that biz.
But I love it.
Actually,
It's
love
great.
anagrams. It's the puns. It's the puns I'm not dealing with.
Why do you
But
baby look at
we're
me
so
when you say that?
punny.
You just felt eyes on you.
Uh,
That was-
Yeah, I think she looked at me in my direction too. That was sort of an equal opportunity glare.
I think it's just this top row. She's taking us all out. All right,
I've done it
so
before. I'll do it again.
with that, let's jump back
Peach
into it.
Valley, too soon.
Oh, damn it. Damn it. Necromancy.
Go into the country, you gotta kill me a lot of peaches.
Blue, that was episode
Poison,
4 we
yes.
talked about that, so go check that one out on our recordings.
They're great.
Maktaba, you had given some
Yes.
letters, correct?
Correct. So when Petra came to see me and was about to present this cinnamon roll, I had spent the intervening time composing letters for everybody, which were sealed with a wax stamp and a seal, and asked Petra if you would please make sure that everyone receives the letter. Should I not survive tomorrow, I would appreciate this boon.
I'm trying this thing where I'm going to be really honest with you. And you do realize you've handed me sealed letters. Yes.
Of course.
Are they sealed with anything other than wax?
Do you mean, have I magically prevented them from being opened? No. I trust
Yeah.
you. I trust all of you. And I smile a small little smile.
Okay. You're really gonna go through this, aren't you?
It may have been a foolish choice, but it was mine.
Okay. And she's gonna trade you the letters for the cinnamon roll. Just press that into your little hand. Well then, keep your strength up. I don't think you ate tonight.
Is this from the ship?
Mm-hmm.
Maktaba looks at the cinnamon roll and looks at Petra. And even though he does not feel like having a sweet, he has grown to love and trust Petra. And so we'll eat it in order to not have her last memory being of him not trusting her or refusing a request.
Oh, I hate you.
That's the knife.
Oh.
It's like a top in there now. It's just spinning.
Thank you, Petra. I will enjoy this and think of you. Please rest well, and I will see you again tomorrow. And I will lift up the cinnamon roll and take a big bite.
Okay. Before long, you feel very sleepy. You don't know if it's the stress of the day, the adrenaline finally wearing off, but no matter how much you fight it, you can't maintain consciousness and pass outs. We'll say you slump back into your bed, take no damage.
All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm. So, Petra, what do you do?
Time to go back to the room, and now I can't decide if I feel bad, if Petra feels bad, or if I just feel bad. But
You're saving his life.
Nah, I'm saving his life, and I've been the only one who has had any sense this entire fucking time.
I'll help you.
So Petra.
Saul helped you.
Oh yeah, see, we had sense. We didn't start
this.
Gestures vaguely. So headed back to who are the letters addressed to?
There are letters that are addressed to each of the characters. So there's one for Aelfonn, there's one for Sal, there's one for you. There is one for Fix, and there's one for my friend in the city, whose name I wrote down, but again, I don't have my notes because moving is hell. But I'll worry about that later. The ones that are important are the ones for the PCs. Should they be looked at, I do actually have contents for those. The other ones are just kind of, with NPCs, winging a prayer.
Please don't open those.
Petra,
The jolly candy-like button.
Petra looks at puts the letters on the desk for a minute, and is just like, well, I can open mine.
Of course.
Are you opening yours?
Oh, fuck yeah.
All right, make a dodge check. No, kidding.
Yeah, I did say it wasn't trapped, only that
That's
only
how
that I
we
didn't
make
put
sure
anything
that
to prevent
you
you from
open
opening
it.
it. Yeah.
But it okay, look. I'm a rogue. I am going to go through the effort of warming the sealing wax slightly and just sort of working it off so it comes off in one medallion.
100%.
Okay.
So
Nick,
there
would
is
you like to take the liberties?
Yes. Petra, you open the letter, and in Maktaba's precise handwriting, there's a fairly long missive. But of it, only the top paragraph is immediately legible. And it says, "Hello, Petra. I apologize for the inconvenience, but I assume that you will read this immediately instead of waiting for my demise. Please pardon my poor attempts at keeping my thoughts safe until I can no longer express them. More to follow, Maktaba." And beneath that paragraph and introduction, there is a long segment of what looked like grouped numbers in some sort of format. The rest of the letter has been enciphered.
Oops.
I don't know what I thought I was gonna get.
So do you want to try and break the cipher and read the rest of the letter?
I don't know what I was expecting. I mean, yes, but that's something that I can do on my that's something that she can do on her the rest of the night.
Okay.
Unless, can I roll for it now?
Yeah, I'll allow you to roll for it. I'm gonna say it's gonna take you an hour to kind of parse through it. It's going to require a history check. So good luck.
It's gonna require a what check?
History.
Of course it does.
If you fail the attempt, you can take another hour and try again, but you've only got 2 hours till sunrise.
What's the DC?
Not gonna tell you. Roll. Let's see.
Does a 23 hit?
What the what?
I have a 4 and I have a +4 to intelligence, and I rolled a 19.
Well, that would do it. Okay. Nick, would you like to read the rest?
I also, if you want to send it to me, I can just have it, and then we don't have to share it. I don't have to read it.
No, it's great. I want you to. I mean, I composed this hoping that you would do all of this. So.
Yay.
Okay, I just slacked it to you.
Oh, you sent it to her? Okay.
Yes, so she can read it aloud if she'd like.
I'm worried.
So what happens is when you look at it with that sort of a roll, you instantly realize that this is a cipher that was used by one of the militaries in ancient past. But it this cipher had been used many times. It's not in common usage now, but since it's from an era that Maktaba has talked about quite frequently, you were easily able to figure out what it is and how to decipher the numbered letter combinations on the fly.
How dare you?
Thank you.
This is actually nice.
Isn't that the best revenge, though?
I know. I'm mad now. I'm definitely not crying.
Just so we know, did we put the amulet on Maktaba to make him look like Vix?
Shit, I
gotta
have to
do
get
that.
back into that room.
Well,
Yeah.
It'll probably be easier when he's unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
How dare you? It was a very nice letter.
You bet. At the bottom, that's sort of an ASCII representation of a feather, which is how
Aw.
Maktaba signs his personal correspondence.
That's
That's very
adorable.
It was a very fucking sweet letter. Now I'm mad.
And all of you at home just get to hear about it.
I'm considering just posting it online so y'all can read it later.
That's fine.
I'm so curious.
We can do any number of things.
Mhm.
If you want to read it, I can read it. We can post it later. we can post it now. In fact, because I'll probably be asleep, I can go ahead and do that if people want.
Ooh, post it on Maktaba's thing.
Yeah, I'll post it on Maktaba Journal.
Maktaba. Just in case y'all don't know, Maktaba has a journal Twitter.
Yeah, unfortunately,
He
real
does.
life has prevented me from doing pretty much anything on it. But
It's okay.
I'll go ahead and I'll get that now. So anyone who is listening or watching live, I will go ahead and update that onto, I believe it is at Maktaba Journal.
Yes, that's
Just double-checking that.
MAKTABA journal.
Yep.
On the twits. The Twitters.
Yes.
And that's for Nick. After what I assume is the correct amount of time to wait for the drugs to work, Petra's going to head back into the room and put on for the Amulet Exchange.
Okay.
An invisible
How did I get
Lucy
in-
there.
Yeah,
Lucy
did
is
we-
following in tow. Invisible, of course.
Because he's cool.
I guess, is there a closet or something we can put Maktaba in for now?
I mean, do you really need to? He's wearing the amulet, so he looks like Fix.
Oh, I forgot he does look like Fix. Okay. Are there still guards outside the room?
Yes.
I have another human in here. Shit. Yeah, still putting her in the closet.
Typical. All right. Cool. So you've stashed Maktaba as Fix in the closet. Is anyone else? Let's quickly go around. Aelfonn, is there anything you're going to do before daybreak and this duel occurs?
I had a thought. I'd like to go to Saul with this thought, if she'll speak to me.
Depends
Oh,
on if
that
she's
look.
speaking to someone else or not.
It's all right.
I mean, it'd actually be even work better if River is also there.
Oh, well, I mean, you can interrupt. I guess you could interrupt.
You
that.
assume she's there. She's pissed at you.
Yeah, well, Saul's not gonna let. Saul is hunting her down and talking to her. Also, you ended on the cliffhanger of her being there. So,
Did I?
yeah.
I don't remember that. Okay, cool. Yes.
You said, well, I was dramatically angsty on my balcony.
Right. I didn't say that she had showed up, though.
You said things were happening.
So you expect to hear the voice of River behind you, only to hear Aelfonn's voice.
Saul, I've got a thought.
Okay. What is it?
Look, there seems to be a misconception that I caused a lot of the issues that happened tonight, which I'm not here to argue that.
A misconception. She just kind of turns to the balcony more, like, turns away from you even more and kind of like walks to the other side.
I'm here to make up for anything I might have done. We have a ship full of refugees we need to see safely put into Venice.
Yes. And I was talking to River about that. Now we may have ruined that chance. So,
So then we just don't tell her.
she can get lodging and proper things for the people here. She can get them proper places to live.
Okay. Look, I think our best...
You want to just unleash homeless people on the city?
I want to get these people to a place behind the walls. Somewhere where the Empire hopefully can't reach them like they did in their home village.
Yes, but without River's help, they're just homeless. They don't have homes, they don't have jobs, they don't have anything to do here. She could help get them instated into the city properly.
I'm just saying that we should keep our options open. If she doesn't go for this, I don't want to tell those people that we have to abandon them. And I think this duel is the perfect time to bring them into the city. All the focus of the Empire will be on the duel.
If you hadn't done what you'd done, it would have been a lot easier, and we could have just gotten them a home.
I did what I did so that your great queen could see exactly who she was working with. And I'm not talking about the Empire, I'm talking about the people on her own council.
You think she doesn't know?
I think that they needed to see who was on what side. She might have known, but the people on her side might not have known. I know you think it was some miscalculated, passionate, anti-Empire movement, but it wasn't.
It certainly came across that way.
It was supposed to.
You've cost me a lot today. You realize that, right?
I was trying to help. I was legitimately trying to help.
Yeah, you helped our cause. Sure. I guess. If that, Maktaba might die tomorrow.
I know.
Because of what you did.
I did not put words in Maktaba's mouth. I will take the fall for things that I caused. That's on him.
You're right. You're right. That is on him, but...
And I'm sorry for whatever issue I might have caused you personally. I don't know. But...
It was never gonna last. I don't know. I've never met anyone like her before. It was probably always going to... I mean... It was probably always a pipe dream. That's for sure.
Well, look, maybe... use these refugees as an olive branch. Make it an excuse to talk to her. If you talk to her about neutral topics like this, then maybe you'll get an opportunity to talk to her one-on-one and resolve whatever issues you two may be having.
I don't know if she'll listen to me, and you know I'm not exactly good with words.
Well, she won't listen to you if you don't talk.
You do know, Blythe, that she did come through a secret passage to your room.
Yeah.
So it's possible that passage is still there.
Yep. I'm not telling Aelfonn that.
Oh, no.
She's like, I will try to talk to her again and try to figure out what I can about the refugees. But we were on a much better standing with that before all this went down. And I had approached her about it before dinner.
I'm not asking for a lot here. I don't even need her official sanctioned approval. I just need her to work with us. I can handle it during the duel. I'm going to be useless at the duel anyway. What am I going to do there?
I mean, hopefully be there to support your friend.
I think it'd be better if I supported the cause he believes in. I guess just let me know in the morning if you talk to her.
I'll see what I can do.
Thanks. And
Aelfonn, please let us all in on the plan next time.
I assumed you would all pick up my cue, but apparently that was a miscalculation.
Yeah, talking about things is usually better.
Can I offer you a piece of advice?
What?
Listen to yourself and take your own advice. He said that with a smile, like a comforting, not a read, but a like hand on the shoulder, like.
Yeah. She kind of like pats his hand. So it's one of those like, yeah, you're right. You're right.
I will see you at daybreak.
Sleep well.
You too.
She wistfully looks off the balcony.
All right. So, you look out the balcony. You can tell that sunrise is approaching within the next hour or so. Is there anything you're going to do before daybreak occurs and your friend is sent out to duel?
Gonna go look for a secret passage.
Secret tunnel. All right. Give me an investigation check.
Might actually be okay at this. We'll see. We'll see how the dice are.
Deadly.
Yeah, that's usually true. Do the dice want me to repair my relationship? Nope. Got a 9.
Sorry. So you go
Dice
through
hate
looking
me.
for the switch or whatever the lever is that'll open up the passage, but it doesn't look like you're able to open it from this side. You have but a few minutes left. You can tell that the lights are on in the other rooms. No one has slept.
She does kind of one of those, like, she kind of like hits the wall and like slides down it kind of thing.
Little do you know, on the other side, she's there doing the same thing. Cut to the sun blasting through your window, creeping slowly downwards. You now know it's time. There's a rap at your door. Maktaba, of course, you're clearly out, but it opens. And the rest of you go out there as well.
Yeah.
Fudge. I should have figured out how to get Maktaba out of the room.
They're in the closet for now. You can carry them out later.
Any chance I can catch up with Aelfonn or Saul before we all leave for the field?
Sure. I'll let you catch up with Sal. Nope. Or with Aelfonn.
I'm gonna run to Aelfonn's room really fast. Petra has not slept. Yeah.
Neither is Aelfonn.
None of us have.
Okay, can you
I
all
forgot
give me
something super important.
Can you give me a Constitution save real quick?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Except for you, Maktaba. You're good. You're getting nice rest.
Great.
Constitution,
I'll
save
have-
I'm really bad, by the way.
I'll have all my spell slots tomorrow.
All of them.
17.
17?
15.
Yep.
That'd be a nat 20. And it's the only nat 20 I roll all session. I guarantee
I needed to get it out of the way now. Before
Yeah,
it was
that's what
actually
I-
useful.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you're all fighting off some exhaustion. You're tired, but it's not affecting you.
Okay. Oh god, I've lost it. Where'd it go? I minimized my Zoom call and I can't see anyone now. There we go. I'm not saying I made a mistake, but I forgot something and how are we getting Fix out of the room?
Do we need to get Fix out of the room?
Well, she's in a closet right now.
So she's out of sight.
Yes, but I don't like leaving her alone.
I don't think we have much choice in the matter. Who would you like to post sentry?
Well, if nobody guards an empty room, we could be okay. I just, feel weird about what I did. I kind of know what this feeling is. Don't know that I have a word for it yet. But it's like where you feel bad about something you did to somebody. Anyway, I just don't want them to wake up and maybe not know that they're Fix and then show up somewhere they're not supposed to show up.
You make a good point. Okay. What if we had Rios stand guard?
Okay. I don't hate that. My other option was we get a cart and we wheel her back to the ship.
I was hoping for a Weekend at Bernie's scene, but okay, that works.
How do we take her down to the field?
Just some sunglasses on her head, just...
I actually do like that idea a bit better. I don't like the idea of leaving Rios in this castle with Ravos so close.
I just don't, yeah, no. Yeah. So are we taking her back to the ship?
Yes,
Or...
I think so.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think she clearly had too much to drink worrying about our friend Maktaba and needs to go and sleep it off on board the ship.
That's a great plan. Let's do that.
Great. I'm going to pick up the bottle of wine that was nearly empty at my desk where I've been sitting all night. And when we get to Maktaba's room and we find Fix, I would like to pour the rest of the wine all over the now Maktaba Fix.
Do you know how long that's going to take to get out of my feathers? God damn it.
At least he'll still have feathers to get them out of.
And like, he doesn't actually bathe, he just kind of sits on top of the water and splashes it on himself. So...
Oh, cute.
You can't... yeah, I mean, you can't use soap because it causes the feathers to unbind.
Good note. Good note. But yeah, so then we'll...
Weird question.
Mm-hmm.
I assume this palace has room service.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna poke my head out of my room at some point, like I have to get dressed, and ask if someone can bring by a cart, food, and a wash basin, and lots of towels.
Yeah, someone will get right on that. Since it's going to Maktaba's room, it arrives there pretty swiftly. So you're able to get what you need.
Awesome, thank you.
I'm not sure I know what you're planning. Should I be scared?
Mostly wrapping Fix in towels and putting them on a cart and then wheeling them to the ship.
Why don't we just carry Fix out?
I have a -1 to strength.
You kind of both do.
In fairness,
Good point.
however, Maktaba is small and light, so I think that you would not
That's
have
true.
difficulty, especially with two of you.
And he's got hollow bones.
Right.
It's fine. Actually, yeah, let's roll these dice.
So if you two are
yeah,
working
sure.
together, it's not going to be a roll. You can do it, no problem. I'm going to also
Okay.
say that you're
my
you've
God.
adjusted to your leg. You've attuned to it, as it were. So, you no longer have that penalty. Still, if you roll a
Yay.
nat 1 on those checks,
It's dance o'clock.
it's dance o'clock.
Cool. Yeah, so we're going to wing it at Birdie's Maktaba down the stairs into the ship.
Okay.
I approve of that pun.
There's only 2 guards waiting by the ship. The rest have gone down to the courtyard, where Ravos and Maktaba have headed off to.
Okay. I think on our way, I'll get Petra. Hold on a second. I'm gonna knock on Saul's door and just see if she was able to talk to River the night before, so we can set our plan into motion regarding the refugees.
Opens the door.
So, are we on?
Afraid not.
Do you think that it would cause more damage if I did it anyway?
I think you'd be unleashing an entire half of a village on a city with no homes, no jobs, and no prospects. But sure, do it anyway. So, she's so
Petra has like an
grumpy.
arsenal of fix. Like what?
My thought was to get the refugees off the ship during the duel so that the Empire wouldn't be suspicious of them. They would already be within the castle walls. They'd be safer than they are aboard the ship or anywhere else. And Saul was going to try to talk to River regarding this, but it appears that conversation never happened.
Guess she doesn't want to talk to me.
I know I should probably know this, but seeing as I'm technically not local to this area, what happens if Maktaba loses the duel today?
Nothing. He would lose the duel, he'd be killed, and satisfaction would be had.
And like we're still cool, like we can stay here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Is there a problem? After Fix is sober, shaking Fix for a second.
I'm sorry, is what?
If Maktaba is dead, we have to hide a certain someone still.
Well, they've got the charm.
I'm gonna wave the Fix hand.
It should last for at least 24 hours.
So we put them on the ship.
And just make sure they stay on the ship.
And
Rios will take
then
care
we
of that.
Figure out what?
And then we handle the refugee problem. God.
All right. Sounds like you got a plan.
The laundry list of problems just keeps going on.
So once Maktaba, Lucia, dies, then you guys are free to stay, of course. You then can find homes for the refugees here. Yeah, it sounds like a total win.
I don't like how casual you are about this, Jameson.
Hey, it's not my skin in the game. So we're good with this?
I mean, Saul did give me the okay to do it anyway.
Okay, good.
Astley.
Wonderful. So we are going to go ahead and transition to...
Aelfonn is like chat. He doesn't get subtlety. The words say that it was okay for me to go ahead. There was no tone.
That's the problem when you're a bard. You hear all the tones at once.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Besides, if he made a mistake, he can always atone.
You're supposed to be dead.
Oh, sorry.
So
I'll
chat's
make a
asking what happens if Maktaba wins the duel, which is something no one's considering. If Maktaba wins the duel and chooses to kill Ravos, well, satisfaction is had.
I don't trust Lucia to kill Ravos.
I don't either.
But better him than
Everything's
Maktaba.
fine. This is fine. How are you?
Yep. Paul is very emotional right now.
So, do you all head on down there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Aelfonn's not going to release the refugees, even though he thinks it's a brilliant idea.
I think it's a brilliant idea too.
Mm-hmm.
But
You can
Fix.
Are you gonna
You
leave?
can do it.
Are you gonna leave Fix unconscious or wake them up but have them shackled?
We're
I do
going to
have
leave Fix
shackles.
unconscious with Rios, but probably still shackled.
Give Rios the dose to wake him up, just in case,
Yeah.
so that he doesn't
Yeah.
permanently die.
And the key?
Yeah, that.
Or do you guys want to have the key on you?
No, key on us.
Keon us.
I don't know, James V. We'll find out. He says the real question is, what happens when the glamour is removed and the real opponent is revealed? I don't know. We'll have to cross that bridge. Drama bomb.
Burning one bridge at a time here.
Step by step, slowly we burn. So,
Fine.
you all head down to the courtyard and you see Ravos is stretching. He's wearing his leathers, of course. You don't see a wand anywhere on him. He has a long scimitar on his hip. Across from on the other side of the courtyard, you see Maktaba, also stretching. And you see a line of the... oh my goodness, what was their name? The Five.
Oh, the Vox 5.
Thank you.
The Vox 5.
5.
Mm-hmm.
They're standing witness along with the captain of the guard. But River is nowhere to be seen.
Shit.
When Maktaba appears, I would like to go up to him like a good friend who's concerned about his well-being and bestow a little bit of bardic inspiration on him. Is that against the rules of the duel? Okay, then I won't do that. I would have known that. But I want to do that really badly.
I mean, you could.
No, because I also am still pretty pissed off at Lucii, so...
You're going to whisper, take a dive. Eat it.
Sweep the leg.
This is for Johnny.
No, I will stay where I'm at and just watch, recording everything in mental notes so I can write the story later.
Okay. And he nods at you. He can see what you're coming to do, but he appreciates you coming over. You know why I've agreed to do this?
I have my suspicions, but I'd love to know personally.
Because if I die, no one else has to pay.
But what if you win?
You're sweet. I haven't fought in years. He is a veteran, an active general.
Well, there is something to be said for luck and fate.
I could have sent Horus to his room. Anyway, it just occurred to me. That would have been a really great plan.
Whores is always the plan. It's the linchpin. Some would say it's the Horcrux.
I see you.
I was mad about it, but it was too good.
All right.
That physically hurt.
A real soul splitter.
Blythe is getting in on it.
I'm trying to keep sad, so I'm sad for Saul, when I have to play her, but also puns.
They are my weakness. All right, Saul, Petra, are either of you...
I'm going to take a shot every time we make puns, but I can't.
Ooh, that would be fun. Okay, we'll save that for a different show.
If you're re-listening to this...
Die.
Yeah.
I would die.
In these trying times...
Have you seen me? I'm a giant.
No, Clara would die.
I would die.
Because too many puns.
Anyway.
So, Petra, Saul, are either of you going to go see Maktaba?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would look weird if Saul didn't.
It'd look weird if I didn't.
I mean, Saul's pissed at him. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, but Saul's gonna go over and be
Well,
there.
and as a second, wouldn't there be one last chance to see if an accord can be reached? That
Oh,
would be sort of
absolutely.
an official duel thing.
You're absolutely right, and we're going to get to that moment. I want these guys to have their chance to say their words.
Sorry.
It's okay. So, any advice? This will be the first time in 5 years I've fought.
Well, unfortunately, I haven't fought Ravus, so I don't really know how he fights, but... She's like, you know how to do this. You've done this before. It hasn't been years, but you know you can do this. You've done it before. And you almost won.
That was a long time ago. I am not that person anymore.
That person still exists. You just have to believe he does.
You take care, Saul.
You too.
And take care of my ship for me.
Well, no one else is going to do it, so...
He puts a feathery
Supposed to be
hand
a
on Petra's shoulder. You're a good person. That's all. You don't hear it enough.
Thematically, thematically, we keep going back and forth as to whether your past defines you. Now,
Well, for some people, they feel like, yeah, their actions in the past don't allow them to atone. You guys feel that your actions in the present are what define you. So, I mean, it's you could say that's the almost theme of the show.
I would say that, yeah, present actions define you more, but that doesn't mean, like, you're incapable of channeling your past again if you need to,
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Lucii.
So, the captain of the guard moves to the center of the court, calls for the seconds to appear. Dot strides up, confident and
anyway,
perky.
there we go. Hello.
Hi.
Yep.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay.
And y'all first. Maktaba.
Yes.
And Petra's gonna firm hand on the shoulder. I know you to be a very honorable person. Yes. Wouldn't you say?
That is your opinion.
That makes this easier. I need you to remember something very important during this fight. And that is, honorable people die all the time. Consider alternate solutions.
I'm afraid
all.
there aren't any. But I might have something up
I'm
my
just
sleeve.
saying.
Clara.
no.
I'm not fighting with honor.
Don't fight with honor, fight dirty.
Oh no.
It's okay, I see you. But does she see us? All
I
right.
do.
So
100%. Like, yeah.
the seconds are called to the
I'm
center of
just
the
saying.
court.
Mm-hmm.
Dot strides up, shiny boots, tight-fitting uniform.
Any chance?
Clara.
Is
I'm here.
So you both arrive in the center. The captain says, "This is the final chance to call off this duel. Have you reached an accord?" Dot looks to you knowingly. Is he ready to apologize?
Unfortunately, he is disinclined to acquiesce to the request. Any chance you're willing to admit your problems? Admit your part in all of this?
No accord has been reached. Understood. All right, champions, step forward. And Lucii and Ravos both step forward within 15 feet. Weapons are your choosing. The battle must be contained within the court. You are not to leave it. If you flee, you will be forfeit and hunted down. Ravos, are you ready? Ravos nods. Maktaba, are you ready? Ready. Maktaba nods. And suddenly there is a shout from behind you in the palace. Out comes striding out is River. Looks like she's wearing combat garb. Since this occurred in my domain, and these are my guests whom I invited, your grievance is with me, Ravos.
Saul's face. Saul is like, no! Saul runs out there. Saul is not going to let her do that.
What do the rest of you do? Just shocked, like, oh, okay then.
Shock.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
At this point, I've stopped taking mental notes and I'm actually writing shit down.
Okay.
This is why we let everyone in on the plan all the time.
I mean, Saul wanted to. The dice didn't.
She reaches out and stops you, Sal, as you approach. This is my fault. I invited you here. I sat them next to each other. This occurred under my
River.
watch. You
River?
are my guest.
River, we have a plan. Please don't.
She looks
She,
past
like-
you and continues striding.
Saul grabs her.
Oh, her
like-
eyes light up with, like, icy fire. She just rips her arm out.
She's like, please, for a second, just listen to me.
That was my problem this entire time. You have been doing
I-
nothing but clouding my thoughts.
No, please, just for a second, listen to me.
It is time for me to act like the leader
That
I
is
am.
not. She tries to lower her voice and like, that is not Maktaba out there. It's Lucii.
She looks very confused.
We already
then-
are saving our friend. Don't go out there and take his place.
She
Lucii
closes her
can
eyes
handle
and,
it.
and you can feel this just anger radiating
She's
off
saying
of
this.
her.
Oh yeah, I can telepath. She's like, there is don't get yourself messed up in
More
something you don't need to be in.
Deceptions you hear blasted across.
You
More
wouldn't
lying.
talk to me last night. I would have told you last night.
This was supposed to be honorable and be done, and now you've muddied it up.
Lucie's not gonna win the fight.
No, of course not. I'm fighting in his place.
No,
I am
you're
here.
not.
The captain of the guard is shocked. He turns to Ravos. The queen has offered to... Not as offered. She is claiming her right as host to take the place of the one that has wronged you. Do you accept? Ravos. Big, toothy grin. Eyes become a small slit. Tell you what. We don't have to do this. Let's just become trade partners instead. Everyone gets what they want. No one has to die. And everything's good.
River.
You see River contemplating this. Yes, Petra. Clara. Sorry.
Why did we don't know actually anything about the whole trade situation, do
No,
we?
you guys were automatically opposed to it regardless. You guys are like, Empire, bad. No, bad.
Well, because
It's
Empire
my fault
bad,
for
no
not
bad.
checking.
That's true. Your logic tracks.
It's my fault for not checking. Continue.
Okay. So, you see River contemplating this. But then it looks like the choice is taken out of her hands as Maktaba reveals themselves to be Lucii.
I'm starting to wonder if it's too late to enact my plan to help the escaped refugees and maybe join them.
Same though.
Lucy chimes up. You can't take my place because our duel was never completed. And that happened off of your grounds. So it is still my duel. Ravos is stunned. Literally rocked. He has no response for this. He hasn't seen him in years. Lucy, I thought you... So are we doing this or not? I don't want... He looks back at the guy from Raiden Tech, and Dot's like, yes.
What did you do to her, Petra?
Force-fed her chocolate. It's the worst.
I feel like Petra just like looks at Aelfonn and goes, "That's not Maktaba."
What?
I am shocked.
Shocked.
Shocked to find gambling in this establishment.
Exactly.
You're
You're winning,
not a
sir.
god.
Thank you. Everybody out.
I think we all just need to take a day and just figure out what the fuck just happened here, because I'm as shocked as the rest of you. Yeah.
So, Lucia is not backing down from the fights. He wants it to happen. And he charges forward with the crystalline weapons, attacking at Ravos, not giving him a chance to back down. And the fight is engaged.
Yay!
What
Sorry,
do
just
you
clapping
do?
engagements.
God damn it. Have an inspiration. Do any of you want to go wake Maktaba?
Someone should.
I guess the cat's out of the bag.
I mean, you could use a sending stone and let what's his name now? Rios.
Rios?
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I'll do that. I will let Rios know.
Okay. So the battle is pitched. They look almost evenly skilled, but it's only because, and Saul definitely knows this, Ravos is holding back. It is a war raging within him to do this. But Lucia is fighting faster and more fiercely than he ever did before, employing illusion magic to make duplicates of himself and surround him and come from other sides. Ravos is doing all he can to not hurt him.
And Saul sees that. Like, knows for a fact that that's how that's going.
Okay. Maktaba.
No, I was asking if that's.
Oh, Saul. Yeah, of course. Saul sees this.
Saul sees that he's holding back for sure.
Oh yeah, you're
okay.
familiar with the order and how they fight, and you're very familiar with how both of these men fight, and you know that yes, he is holding back.
Okay.
While Lucia is fighting as well as he did at the peak of the war, Ravos has far surpassed that. Maktaba, you are given your dose and woken up on the ship with Rios standing over you with water. Hey, how you feeling?
What time is it?
It's just after daybreak.
Oh, I have no time. I must go. Why? How did I get on this ship?
It's a long story, but the short answer is your friends were trying to save you.
No time. What?
Buddy.
And I stop and turn towards Rios.
Lucia is fighting in your place.
I spin and I run out of the ship.
You're shackled.
No, he unshackled them.
Yeah.
Nope. Rios didn't have the key.
I thought you left the key in the antidote.
No,
with Risos.
they
No,
said
we
took
have the
the
key.
key.
I forgot about that.
that's right. They said that they have the key.
Okay.
All right, so let me do that. Where, why? How did I get on the ship? I must go.
You will, just as soon as this fight's over, or once Aelfonn gets back with the key.
Why am I shackled? What? The key?
Yes.
You
Sorry.
You must take this. I can't. Do you know what you have done?
I'm just a pawn in this one. Let me see if I can get Aelfonn here. Please, rest. Have some water.
I am going to I'm going to try and break the shackles.
Ooh, all right.
I'm going to cast enhance ability for Bear's bull strength. So I have advantage on strength checks.
Okay.
So I guess just roll and you'll tell me what happens.
Yes, sir. Tell you what, I'll give you inspiration on this one.
That is let's see, 18 on the highest die. And so 18. I have no strength bonus.
Yeah, but you casted the bull's strength, which should have given you...
It gives me advantage. I rolled an 18 and a 17.
Understood. All right. Okay. I'm going to say that you're able to break the chains from the wall, but they are still chained together wrist to wrist.
Good enough. So I'm running out of the ship.
That delightful feeling that's
All right, as you fly past the guards on the runway, they're very confused. Like, wait, isn't he over at the...
No, I'm still look like Fix, right?
Oh, yes, that's right. Yes, absolutely.
Maktaba hasn't even realized that he looks like Fix yet.
Let's just hope you don't find any reflective surfaces as you're running. So, as the
Petra
fight...
turns to Saul. And it's like, you know that feeling when you feel like something's gone horribly wrong, but you can't put your finger on it?
I know something has gone horribly wrong. I'm watching it happen right now.
This literally couldn't get worse.
Oh, it's gonna get worse.
Saul, is this a bad
Holding
time
back.
to speak to River about the refugees?
So... She turns to Aelfonn and she just like... You have
So anyway,
never...
Your Highness.
Fire. Her hair is like... It always kind of crackles when she's angry, but it's like fire.
Okay, just checking. I'm gonna
You
go back
think
to
she
watching the
wants
fight.
to talk to me?
I didn't say you would be the one doing the talking.
You can try.
Just then, a devastating hit is scored on Lucii. He's unable to stand properly on both legs. Ravos offers him, just yield. If you yield, I can stop this. Lucii grits his teeth and charges again. This is for the order! And they are going at it. So, before long, you hear the clashing blades, and Maktaba, you're able to zero in on where they're at. What do you do as you see them in the distance? You're within the palace itself, leads out to the courtyard. You see the backs of your friends. Sal's hair crackling very heavily today.
Actually, something I want to know is can we get on the battlefield?
How do you mean?
Are we blocked from the battlefield?
Only by honor.
Fuck. Okay, because I think I know what Saul would do if she notices Ravos is holding back.
I run.
Because Saul is going to run out on the field.
I run directly towards the confrontation, and using thaumaturgy to increase the volume of my voice, lets me have a booming voice. I will shout out, "Stop! This duel is a sham!" And skid into the ring.
Okay. River actually is the one that tackles you.
That ship has sailed.
Tackles Maktaba?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do I get a resistance on that?
I'll tell you what. I'll let you make a dexterity save to see if if you can dodge her tackle.
16.
16. I'm gonna say you're able to slip it, but you hear her yelling, "No, stop! This is beyond us."
Saul is going to stop Maktaba. Saul is
That-
running after Maktaba and going to
That
tackle you.
man is not me.
Well, you can look out there and you see that he's not. That is Lucii. There's not in
Yeah,
Maktaba's
It's Lucia.
Mhm.
form.
Fuck.
Also, Maktaba still looks like Fix.
I was gonna
Yes.
say, that's right, Fix. That man doesn't look like you.
Saul is going to use the force
What?
and grapple Maktaba. If I can find these. Pulled up the wrong document, but I have it.
If you think about this, but not too hard, this is kind of like a Shakespeare play.
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna grasp you with my force powers, and you must succeed on a strength saving throw
All right.
Oh, hit him where it
or
hurts.
be grappled by me.
Clara, would you call it much ado about everything?
Well, even with advantage, I only got an 8, so
Good.
the other die was a 1. So
Yes.
I did not do very well.
I am going to pull you back to us and spend the appropriate amount of psi points to do that.
What? Leave? What are you do? What?
I will
What
go
happened
to Maktaba.
to my? This is not. What have
You're
you
right.
done?
Fix. I understand we're all incredibly upset about what's happening.
I'm not Fix. I'm Maktaba. I should be on the. What have you done?
Saul is just like, I'm so sorry, River. I'm sorry, Fix. You were not Maktaba, I don't know. You drank a little too much last night.
Why do I look like Fix? Why is
Because you are Fix.
Lucii on the feet? What have you done?
And Saul
Just
is
then,
gonna go
several
run
things
out in
happen
between.
at once.
Well, Saul is gonna run into the field after moving Maktaba
As
back.
Saul steps forward, you're immediately rocked backwards as an explosion occurs on the side of the palace, and you see rioters and protesters rushing into the palace. Some of them are more heavily armed than others. But at that same moment, you see Lucii and Ravos clutching each other, with Ravos' sword planted to the hilt through Lucii's gut. He holds them, and slowly they fall to the floor. Lucii clutching onto Ravos, his ragged breaths before his
Let
arm goes
me
limp.
Go. I can save him.
So, there are people charging the grounds. Ravos is wrapped up with Lucii. The guards are engaging in a fight with the intruders. What are the rest of you doing?
Saul lets Maktaba go because she knows what he can do, and she immediately puts River behind her and is like, puts up a wall between the refugees and them.
Now, do the revolutionaries? This might be a perception check, but do the revolutionaries look like they're pro-empire or pro-river? What color are they wearing?
It's safe to say they're anti-river, considering they wanted to open the gates and let people in before. It's honestly, this feels very much like a civil war, and I'd like to go now.
You know, here's the thing. I don't believe that they're actually revolutionaries because I didn't hear the people sing. They didn't sing the songs of angry men.
All right, so I'm gonna have another inspiration.
I'm putting up a wall. I'm literally using the wall how it's intended to be used, and I'm putting up a wall of wood.
Okay.
Between us and the refugees.
So you want to close the distance between Ravos and Lucia and put up a wall, making sure that they're on one side, the revolutionaries, and you and the aristocracy are on the other side.
Yep.
Okay.
For now, until we can figure out what the fuck is happening.
Okay.
It lasts 1 hour.
Are there any guillotines?
Not yet.
And I let Maktaba go because that was a concentration to hold him there, so Maktaba can.
I'm sorry, I'm reading chat. Tasty karma.
What you want?
That's pretty good. Thank you.
It was miserable.
Okay. So, you're able to put up the wall, and you stop a good chunk of the revolutionaries, but 8 of them still managed to get through. They're making their way towards the Vox Prima.
I am standing in between her and them.
No, you ran out to place the wall.
If
you had placed it from where
her,
you were, then Lucy and I would be on the other side.
I put her behind me.
Right.
And
I think
I put her behind me.
She wanted Maktaba on the other side of the wall.
So the wall is in between. Literally, I was putting it up. If the revolutionaries are coming in, I'm picturing it as if they're running at us, and we were all in one group, and then they were over here.
Can you see my screen? Or can you see my square?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So my face is where the duel was happening. Yeah. You folks were down here, and the revolutionaries were coming from up top. So you would have had to have run up past the duel, put up the wall here to stop them.
Then I basically grabbed River and was just like, stay with me, please, for like a half second, and like let go of Maktaba, put the wall in between the revolutionaries, and basically is keeping River guarded.
So you've left Maktaba and Lucia and Ravos on the other side of the wall then?
No.
No, she ran past them and put it up here between the revolutionaries and the fight.
I basically forced River to go with me.
Thank you. Theater of the mind is rough.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for that.
So I run into the field where the battle was taking place, the duel was taking place.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to get all the way up to where Lucy is slumping to the ground.
Sure. So
that I can remove Ravos' sword and cast some sort of healing on Lucy. Do either of them try and stop me, or?
So you run to them, and you get within 5 feet of them when you're hit by a wall of force.
It's a wall of wood.
Yeah.
Or is this a different thing?
Different thing.
Okay.
Then I will whisper a healing word.
Okay.
That's at range.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't heal as much. So unless it does not pass through, but I'm going to target Lucy with a healing word that then sort of like Gothic script comes out of my mouth and runs towards the.
All right. You see it wrap around the wall, and it appears that there's actually a dome of force that he's bent it to that shape.
Okay.
Before long, he withdraws the blade from Lucii.
I'm pounding on the thing.
He takes off his jacket and lays it over him and removes the wall. He looks you dead in the eye. This is your fault. That was supposed to be you.
If he lowers the wall, I'm running directly for him.
All right. You reach him. What do you do? It's 5 feet. You close the distance, no problem.
Do it.
I shove him out of the way, and I don't have anything prepared. I examine Lucii, I suppose. Is there anything that I can do short of resurrection magic?
Okay. Ravos, once you shove him out of the way, he turns with me, and they begin to leave.
You're a monster.
Looking over him, are you using any type of magic to determine what this is? Otherwise, I'll need just a medicine check.
I don't think that there's any. I don't think I have anything prepared that I can use for other types of magic.
Okay.
Or other types of damage, so I guess just medicine is fine.
Okay, give me a medicine check. And if you aren't able to succeed at that, give me a investigation.
Okay. Let's see. Realm will be medicine. My medicine check is 22.
Wonderful. Okay.
Wow. Okay, and the investigation would be 21.
All right.
With a crit in there.
So you're pouring healing magic into him, trying to get him going, but it's not taking root. And I'm not going to charge you your spell slots for this, but you're pouring it into him. But it's as if you're pouring it into a wooden log. Examining his body, you find some of the earlier cuts, and it looks like his blade was laced with poisons. And that it really didn't matter if you had run him through or not. The run through was a mercy.
Okay.
Yeah, the poison would have killed him slowly, but eventually.
Okay. I mean, I feel like that's probably taking, that's taking a minute or two. So while that's going on for me, what's happening for everyone else?
Right. Clara.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
And this is a very kind of crunchy question, but
Sure.
my character's revived nature, we have decided came from Aelfonn.
Mm-hmm.
Is there? Would you? But there's no mechanical way we actually made that happen.
No.
Is there? Would there be a way for you that you would allow us to try it with Lucii?
Absolutely.
Cool. That just informs me. Actually, I'd probably like to do this anyway.
So one
Also,
thing
can
is,
I take a pot shot at Ravos?
Sure, you can do whatever you'd like. But again, you guys can try anything you want. It's just a matter of whether it'll fail or succeed.
Right.
Okay, because mostly my question was because we actually don't have a mechanical thing for what happened, so there's no it's not like there's a rule for it, and so I wasn't sure how we were if you would let us do it at all.
Mm-hmm.
This said, 2 things I would like to do.
So you said pot shot?
I'd like to take a pot shot at Ravos because I can.
Okay.
Am I within 30 feet of him?
No, but you can be.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna close the distance as close as I have to be. and use a bolt from the grave, just because I can.
All right, whip it good.
Oh, God.
You don't have advantage on this one, so because there's no allies next to him, and you're not stealthed.
You're not gonna believe me.
Did you get a nat 20 or a 1?
Nat 20.
Nat 20?
I have to say, I really love these dice. These are my metal kraken dice.
Let me check something real quick. I want to confirm if this spell works the way I think it does. I know
I regret this decision.
I don't know, it'd probably be fine.
I'm about to kill myself.
What could possibly go wrong?
I'm still gonna do it, but
We literally all set Lucy up to die. Yeah.
I mean, we did, but I'm also like not super into like the consequences of my actions, so at least Petra's not.
So here was Aelfonn's thought. If Lucii wins, great. Lucii is now re-inspired to continue the order. Awesome. That's if he reveals himself. If he stays Maktaba, then Maktaba is set up to take over the order. We have this legend behind him that he defeated Ravos. If Lucii died, there was a plan for this. And now I forgot it. And of course, that's the one that came up. If Lucii died, he would hopefully die a martyr, which we could then use to take up the cause and appoint Maktaba as the head of the order. That's what it was.
He has a point.
Always looking for that angle. I mean,
Vantage Gambit.
Saul is dealing with so many emotions.
Okay, so yeah, you whip off your witch bolt, and I don't want to deprive you of a nat 20.
I mean, you can if it doesn't work for the story. That's
no, it's perfectly fine. So he had the wall of force, and he wasn't going to put it down. I was checking to see if the wall of force is mobile. It says that it's free floating. It can be free floating, but I don't want to deprive you of that. So I will go ahead and let you whip it good. Roll your damage.
Yay! Holy shit! This gets really bad as you get strong, as you go up in levels. Holy shit! Hold on.
It's sneak attack damage.
8.
All those d6s.
14 plus 3. 17 damage.
Okay.
It's like, look, it is the equivalent of kicking somebody in the shin because you're mad at them. Like, it's not going to do anything, but it's nice to have done.
Well, normally you're right, but with a nat 20. You catch him as he turns back.
Oh, shit, wait, you do full damage.
You do full damage, plus you do the damage die again.
So 3d6 plus 3 plus the 14.
So that's 6, 12, 18 plus 3 is 21. And then you roll the damage die again.
Again?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, crit damage.
Christ.
So you're at 21 so far.
Uh, 13 more.
Okay. So it's going to be 34 damage. As he turns to look back at Lucii one last time, you catch him. You catch him peeking. And the bolt hits him right in the eye. And he wheels back. You see it crackle and like destroy part of his face. And he clutches over it. His guards surround him. Dot clutches onto his head to protect him, and they all shields up and move away from the castle. The rest of the guards, the regular guards for the palace, are busy trying to get River back into the castle and safe if they can get past Sal.
And Saul is trying to help with that. Saul is trying to help get River to safety. And also deal with everything else.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna turn to Aelfonn, wherever he is.
Right beside you, jaw open after what you just did.
At the risk of sounding cowardly, I think it's time to go. Like, the reaction Petra has to having done that is the whole like did I do that?
In his good eye, he is staring daggers at you. Any sympathy or pity that he had for your group has been dissolved.
Did he have
You
any?
directly made him kill his husband. You directly possibly destroyed his face.
No, his,
I feel
his
like there's a
husband
lot of
wanted to fight him.
There's a lot of misplaced blame, and like now we both have rad face scars. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, but yours was from the grave. It is necrotic in nature and is going to spread. You critted this as well, so this is particularly vile stuff. I don't think he's going to look the same after this. You may actually have a full Vader enemy.
Oops.
So yeah, that happened.
Ta-da. Nailed it. Good job.
Got him.
You were the chosen one.
I loved you. You were like a
Go
brother
now.
to me.
All right. I think Aelfonn is going to look at Petra, look over at Lucii, and just look at Petra. I have to try. Not for him, but for us. And I'm going to race over to where Maktaba is, and I'm going to... What is Maktaba doing? Is he like looming over the body? Is he like holding it and weeping? Like what's the situation going on?
Now that you've clearly diagnosed what happened, Maktaba, what are you doing?
I'm holding Lucii, and yeah, weeping, and just trying to see if there's anything that I can do, and knowing that I'm not powerful enough to call a spirit back to its shell, and that like I'm just consumed by it. I don't even think that I see I don't see Aelfonn come up. I don't see anything that's going on. I didn't see the maiming shot or anything like that.
Okay. Aelfonn is going to go to like the head area of Lucii and look at Maktaba and just, I can try. I have no guarantee this is going to work, but it worked once.
So while this is happening, the guards are yelling for everyone to get into the castle so they can close it up. You can hear the wood splintering and cracking behind you, as it sounds like they've possibly have gotten a hold of axes and are trying to get through the wall.
Can we make it to the ship?
I'm sorry, I just noticed Blythe's background and I almost lost it.
I mean, if you all want, you can pick them up and run them to the ship. That's not a problem. If you want, you can try this right here, right now. I'm just saying that there's no guarantee that it won't be interrupted.
Yeah,
I do not want to stick around.
So, as Aelfonn says that and starts to reach for Lucii's head, Maktaba looks at him, his eyes aflame, and says, "Haven't you done enough?" And smacks his hand away.
Oh god, we do not have time for this.
Is that what Petra says?
Oh yeah, can we? It's Maktaba. Believe it or not, it's my fault. I think you know this. Can we please get to the ship and argue about it later?
I don't answer, but I pick up Lucy and start walking towards the ship.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and say that it is a very. I'm not gonna make you roll for it because that would cheapen the experience. But it is you're struggling carrying him. He's a full-grown man, and you got a -1.
I have no penalty, and I also still have bull strength, which also doubles my carrying capacity.
Understood. There we go.
So I should be fine.
Mm-hmm. You're able to carry him yourself, no problem.
And shrug off any offers or suggestions of help.
Okay. So all of you are heading towards the ship?
Is the Vox Prima coming with us, or she's staying in her castle?
No one's extended anything to the Vox Prima.
Saul is just trying to keep her safe, and Saul kind of turns to her and is like, listen, will you please just come with us so we can keep you safe? If we can get you to the ship, just till we formulate a plan to help you, that's all, please. I've lost a lot today. Please.
No, you need to stay here with me. These walls are impenetrable now that we're in them.
We're not safe from your people. Let's just get to the ship so we can think of how to handle what's happening with your people and keep you safe. We don't have to leave the city yet. Is that okay?
The
but
captain,
your castle is not safe.
Captain of the guard turns to you and says, go with them. We'll handle this here. When it settles down, we will send word for you. And she is torn. She is, in her mind, she feels like she is abdicating her duty, that she is failing her people by not being here in this time of crisis to lead and inspire.
Saul kind of does one of those, like, grabs her face kind of thing, like, just like, please, just let me keep you safe for now, please.
High or low?
Low.
Despite her judgment, she goes with you.
This way, your Voxness.
We are rapidly running out of room on the.
Well, she can share my room.
I bet. So, you all get onto the ship. Rios is standing there looking very confused as to what's going on. As he sees the Vox Prima being brought on board. What is happening? What was that explosion?
Well,
Aelfonn?
Remember how we thought that Divinius was going to be the safe haven for us all?
Yes?
Well, shock of the century, we were wrong again. The Vox Prima is with us. We can keep her safe until we figure out a plan to retake Divinius. Her people are revolting. Also, they're rioting. Sorry, humor is how I'm dealing with this travesty. Also, Lucie's dead, but I'm going to see if there's something I can do about that. So what I need you to do is I need you to get the heart that I keep in the case under my bed and the candle that I keep up beside my bedside and bring them into the galley.
Okay. And he runs off to do that. Roth is kind of meandering. He's fidgeting with something, some sort of little tinker toy or whatever. How'd it go?
Saul turns to Roth and is like, can you get the ship in the air?
Where's Fix? Oh, there she is.
She can't fly it. Just please take over. Saul turns to Maktaba and rips the thing off of him.
Ah! Oh, yeah, I can see. One second.
Just be kind to her.
Sure.
So it's. I'm sorry. It's a necklace, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I ripped it off of you.
Maktaba is not letting anyone touch him or come near him. So if you're going for it, he doesn't know that it's on yet because he doesn't know what the cause is. But if you try and reach into that area where he's carrying Lucia, he's going to, shoulder you aside or whatever. He doesn't want anyone to touch him.
Yeah, Saul is going for it just to be like, this is not working right now. You don't need to be fixed.
That's fine. I understand. I'm just saying that.
That's no, I know, but I'm just saying that's like what her instinct is to just make sure you don't look like Fix.
I totally get it. I'm just saying, Maktaba's at that point, where you're so angry you can't talk to anyone.
No, I know. I don't know what that means for rolls. I'm just saying Saul is doing it.
So I'll just say it's going to be an opposed dex check. Maktaba, go ahead and make your roll, and that'll be the target number to beat.
Well, that's a 7, so...
I rolled a 16.
Okay, well, we can say that your arms, you're encumbered. You are carrying a body, so you don't have full movement without, like, whipping his head into a wall or something.
Right.
So, she managed to snatch it off of you. You return to your normal form. Your fingers are no longer fingers. They go back to being, feathers and what have you. Roth is like, I can fly it. I just need help. 1 second. And he runs back to the back of the ship. And under his arm, he comes running forward, and he's got the Armored Knight. And he plugs in the Armored Knight, essentially, to the front of the ship. And they're able to take off. As you fly over the city, he's essentially just taking you high to get you into cloud cover. But you can see that explosions have occurred in several locations all across the city. It looks like it was planned, it was organized, and it was simultaneous. You also see on the edge of the town, far off in the distance, the aeronites that the Empire had brought are turning and leaving. So
the ones that were, quote, gifts?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're not making things worse.
They were gifts
for now.
if they accepted.
We have a map.
It's like a planned Empire engine thing.
Not necessarily. Why? What are you looking for? We have a world map.
The next place. Oh, I need a world map.
Okay. That should be in the codex on a page that I totally know. Oh wait, did we not add that to the codex?
I can't find one.
We talked about it before, but I don't think it was in the codex last time we talked about it, and I don't see it right now.
It may be in the Slack.
We definitely have it in the Slack
for sure.
But yeah,
I'll find it. Oh, found it. Okay. Fuck. Actually, you know what? Can we get back to the waste? Can we go back to Berkshire?
You can try.
Does it look like the Aeronites are going to be a problem?
The Aeronites are not going to be a problem, but the Vox Prima will be.
Yep, we're staying in cover. Trying to calm things down.
Okay.
Saul is getting.
No, I'm gonna say. I'm gonna advise we head to Berkshire. Berkshire.
Okay.
Anyone else can fight me on this, but
yeah, the Vox Prima immediately chimes up. I agreed to come with you if we weren't leaving the city.
We need to figure out what to do. She did. She did agree to that, and the Empire's not an issue right now. We don't have anyone fighting us in ships. I think Aelfonn. I don't know. We just need to figure out what to do and how to get the people to calm down. We can't take River away from here. This place needs her, whether they know that right now or not.
I cannot tell you that's true right now. And I feel like this is not technically our problem.
Without
You're right.
Divinius, we don't have a way of defeating the Empire.
You're absolutely right. It's not your problem. Go ahead and put me back on the palace, and I will handle this. This is my problem, though, and I will not run from my responsibilities.
Okay.
Saul is looking at Petra.
I'm gonna do something that I personally object to, but
Oh,
also
no.
would be something Petra would do. So,
Buckle
feel
up,
free
folks.
to retcon this. The armor is plugged into the ship.
Yes.
Yeah, your queen commands you to go back to your temple.
Okay. Right away, my lady. And the ship lurches in a strange way as if it's struggling against some force. The eyes in the armor glow dark and deep red. And slowly this red spills out through the entire ship as if it's taking control of it. And the ship falls for a beat before righting itself in a most rigid way and flies directly back to Berkshire. Your on transit river is screaming for you to stop. The ship does not respond. It is flying. She is heading towards the top deck, and she will jump.
Saul is following her.
She gets to the top of the deck and leaps from the ship.
Saul
Are you
grab
fucking
her.
kidding me?
You gonna grab her?
Yeah.
All right. How are you grabbing her? Are you grabbing her with your mind powers? Are you grabbing her physically?
Well, how close can I get to her before she
You're
jumps?
far faster than she is. She's
Yeah, so I'm gonna literally tackle her.
okay. Go ahead and give me a tackle attack. I don't know what that would be. Give me a grapple
It's
check.
a grapple.
Give me a grapple.
Grapple!
You don't know the grapple rules?
Of course I know the
Everyone's
grapple rules. You
Everyone's
don't
favorite rule
do the
set.
grapple rules.
I don't know the grapple rules.
Thank you, Tasty Karma. Yeah, let's smear that turd into the carpet before we try to pick it up. Oh, we've got the best chat. I
Okay,
love
so
it.
Take this.
what's my modifier?
For grappling.
To tackle her? If it's an attack,
I want to take a brief moment to say I fully do not support controlling other people's play, and I have now done it twice, but I have tried very hard to make it clear that I'm okay being negated on these ideas.
Just give me an athletics check.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Athletics or acrobatics, either of which you're trying to grab a hold of them.
Okay. If I can use acrobatics, then it's an 18.
Okay. You're able to grab onto her. You see tears just pouring from her eyes as she is fighting you. She is fighting against you with everything she has. I need to get to the city. I need to get to my people. I can't do this to them.
Saul does one. It's one of those like hold someone till they like calm down kind of holds. Like she like kind of it like she pulls her into her chest and like holds her, and is like, I know. I don't want you to leave them. There's a reason I've never asked you to come with me before.
Give me
I
an
can't-
athletics check to hold her as she's fighting against you, as she's wrestling.
That's a 9.
Okay. High or low?
Hi.
She manages to wriggle from your grasp. You both are on the floor. She's crawling away from you towards the edge. She's got her hand on the rail. I'll give you one last attempt to stop her.
I'm gonna psychically grab her then.
All right.
She has to do a strength check to pass that.
Okay. She got a 7. Does a 7 win?
Nope.
7 beats it? Yeah.
Nope.
Didn't think so. She is held and is furious.
She's like, I can't let you jump off the ship. I didn't want to lose Lucy. I don't want to lose you too.
And that breaks her. She loses all fight and just starts sobbing. Jumping back to the galley, Rios runs in there with the box and the candle.
Cool.
What are you going to do?
I'm not really sure. I don't know where that accent came from. Sorry. That's my emotional accent.
It's okay.
I'm not really sure. I'm going to attempt something I did a while ago on Petra, and it brought her back. If I do it the same way, it could bring him back too. I just need.
You know this is
Lucia's body there. Where did Maktaba put Lucia's body?
Have you put Lucia's body down, or are you still holding it?
I think I took it to my quarters, and he's laying on my bed, and I'm just standing over him.
Okay.
Okay.
And so, like all of this lurching and whatever, not paying attention to any of that stuff. I don't know where we're going. I don't know what's happening on deck.
Rios, have you seen Maktaba or what he brought to Lucy?
Yeah, he went off to his cabin. I saw him when I was getting your box.
Okay, good. We're going there.
What did you do to Petra?
It's really a long story to explain. I'll sum up. You know how Petra was on the other side of the war?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, I didn't realize that when I first saw her, and I thought she was dead, and I was trying to bring her peace, and somehow accidentally brought her back to life.
You committed a taboo?
I didn't know it was a taboo.
Oh, God.
Look, part of my duties in the war was to help people pass. When they were injured, when they were dying, it was to help them find peace. That's what I thought I was doing. I thought she was one of ours. I sang the song, and she started breathing again. For all intents and purposes, she should still be dead. I don't know how it happened. But if it worked once, it can work again.
I've read about stuff like this. It's dangerous. You're lucky that her soul was nearby and wanted to return. If his soul's not there, or if something else is here, you could be opening up a door you don't want to go down. This is part of the issue with the magic. It's too unpredictable. And I know this isn't the time for that.
It's funny, I told myself I didn't care if he would have lost that duel, but I can't help but feel like this is my fault.
Whatever you decide, I support you. But I just want you to be sure of what you're doing.
I have to try.
It looked like thank you. It looked like Maktaba wasn't letting anyone through. If needed, I'll help you subdue him.
No. We've done enough to Maktaba. I'm not subduing him.
If we're trying to save your friend, you might need it. If he's not listening to reason.
Well, if he won't let me save my friend, then the decision is made for me, isn't it?
You ready?
No, that hasn't stopped me before.
Okay. Jumping back to the cockpit, Petra. The voice now rings out to the entirety of the ship. I'm in full control, Queen.
Useful. I feel bad. I feel a little bad. The ship is sentient. What is happening? What did you do with Syl?
Oh, she is still here. Just, how would you say, locked in her room, as it were.
Okay, we're gonna need to figure out a better solution to that. But for now,
Would you like I should purge her?
I'm gonna go with
Mm.
no. No.
It would be quite easy.
No, that's fine. No. What did I say? Treat other people the way you want to be treated, but not right now.
I
right now-
would want a body, and this one is quite mobile. Very powerful.
I understand. Can we just please get to Berkshire and we will get back to getting you a body that isn't already being inhabited?
As you wish, Queen.
Oh god, I'm gonna have to apologize to the ship after this.
All right, jumping back to the top of the ship. She has stopped fighting. If you release her, she just crumples.
I mean, Saul walks over to her, releases her, and like holds her again.
Any attempt to touch her, she viciously lashes out at you and scoots away,
She's like,
grabbing
Petra.
onto the railing, almost like a weapon as protection from you.
that's fair. I don't want you to die. I don't care if it's at the hands of your people. I told Lucia not to. I want you safe. I just want you safe. We will fix it. We will fix Divinius. We will work together and we will fix this.
She's unresponsive.
Even if you want nothing to do with me afterwards. But we will fix this.
Sal, I always gave you your freedom and trusted you to know what was right. You've proven that you don't feel the same about me.
River,
No,
I would never have. I never asked
We're
you
done.
once. I never asked you to leave. I trusted you
and I
every
trusted
moment
you.
and every second.
And now we're headed to the
What would you-
waste.
Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to Petra, okay? Because I didn't know she was gonna do that. I didn't know she could do that. Also, she's ruining my ship. She's ruining the Order. I'm going to go try and see if I can get you back to Divinius. I do not want you away from your people, but you have.
It's okay, I can be queen of the ash pile.
That is unfair. And you know it. You know I've always trusted you and
Life
always.
isn't fair, and you've taken away my choice.
No, I didn't. And also, yeah, I know life isn't fair. I've lost enough friends. I lost the entire Order except for Maktaba. And then I got Lucia back for seconds and he was useless.
She's not making eye contact with you. She's
You are not
Shutting
gonna
down.
die if I can do something about it, but I am also not gonna take you away from your people. Please come down to the lower deck with me so I can talk to Petra. I can't leave you alone up here, obviously, because obviously you're gonna jump! And it's gonna kill you, and then you're no good to anyone!
She doesn't move. Any attempt to forcibly remove her, she becomes violent and will attack and treat you as a hostile.
She's not. She's doing the, like, motioning to the thing, just of like, you need to go down to the lower deck. Because if you die, you can't help your people then.
Again, while you're making a rational point to her, she's just not receiving anything right now. So you can choose to stay up there with her as the
Saul
air gets
sits
colder.
down,
All right,
just kind of like plops down and sits across from her.
understood.
Like-
All right. Jumping back to Maktaba's room, Aelfonn, you've arrived with Rios. Maktaba, you're standing over Lucii, correct?
Yeah. My hands are still manacled together.
Mm-hmm.
And I think at this time what I'm doing is probably performing the rites, because I know at this point Lucii has passed on. There's no way to call the soul back to the body at this point. So I think I'm whistling and humming and going through all of the rituals of making sure that his body is placed appropriately. I think that probably I've undressed him and am cleaning the wounds right now, and just trying to put him into a semblance of repose.
Understood. Okay, so you arrive and you see Maktaba standing over him. He's saying the rites. The wounds have been cleaned. His clothes have been stripped, and he's just in his undergarments on the bed. What do you do, Aelfonn?
Maktaba, I'm sorry.
I don't say anything or turn, but I put one hand behind me with the manacles clanking.
I unlock the manacles.
And I open my hand for the key.
I place it in his hand.
And I will undo the other one and let the manacles drop to the floor and continue attending to the body.
All right.
You know I was able to revive Petra. I can try. I can make this right.
What you did with Petra is a mystery that has not been unraveled. Necromancy in most forms has caused nothing but trouble. Perhaps in all forms, given some time to reflect on my mysterious slumber and awakening. This is not a time or place for experiments. Please leave me. Us.
I understand. Would you like any help?
I can see to the arrangements. I know what he wanted.
Well then, I look to Rios. Fate has given us our answer. I will leave you to it, Maktaba. Should you need me for anything, you know where I'll be.
I nod.
And I will actually hold vigil outside Maktaba's, like, on the side, outside Maktaba's door.
All right.
So I continue whistling and singing us a small grave song, and then I wrap and bind the body according to Lucii's wishes and rituals.
Mm-hmm.
And as a final act, I cast. I'm sorry, I don't have my phone on me here with my spell list, but the Gentle Repose, I think it is,
Okay.
the one that prepares and preserves the body.
Yep. All right. So, just that's happened. Do you inform the other passengers what has happened, Aelfonn or Petra?
I'm standing vigil, so I'm stationed outside of Maktaba's door until the rites have passed.
Okay.
I suppose that's not a bad idea.
Okay. Because much of the people that are in the hold were good friends with Fix.
Ah, fuck, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fix is dead.
I'm not laughing at your pain. I'm just, laughing
Reveling
at
in
your pain.
Ah.
Is it too late to find out we're having a really bad dream?
I think we already played that gag, and we would want to revisit it.
Nope.
I don't
No,
know.
it's
I had
3
2 legs
times.
back then.
Oh.
Okay, well, how, let's all, I'm gonna head down, Petra's gonna head down to the hold where the rest of the people are.
Okay.
I'm assuming that all of y'all are a little busy.
Saul is literally sitting on a roof.
Yeah, you're on the top deck. The people are usually on the bottom deck, and they are very terrified and confused because they thought they were getting off in Divinius, and now we've taken off again. So they're like, "What's happening? What's going on?
I really wish they were.
Where's Fix? We haven't seen her for hours."
So Divinius has succumbed to a bit of revolution.
They caught a little revolution, caught a little America.
Some
Caught a
light
little
revolution.
Yeah, just some low-key revolution. It's I am sure whatever is happening in Divinius will get sorted out somehow. But in the interest of keeping all of you safe, we are heading somewhere that is going to be less disputed.
Why do you sound like Maktaba?
It's been a long day.
Okay, I don't know where it could be safer than Divinius.
I promise you Divinius is not safe.
Understood. Where's Fix? We haven't seen her in a while.
Okay, so part 2.
Second verse, same as the first.
I'm trying to decide if I'm supposed to lie or not.
Search your feelings, Petra.
Oh.
Since when did you become the beacon of what's right?
Since
Did
everybody
not.
else is indisposed.
That's why I'm struggling. Well, here's the thing, like, if I lie and say the options are Fix abandoned them or Fix is dead. And I don't know which one sucks more. So I think I have to tell them the truth, which is Fix is dead.
It's true, but you also have that amulet that can make anyone look like Fix.
That's what I was waiting for. Was for you to take the amulet from Sal.
I'm
I
Fix
just
and
dropped
I'm
one.
leaving. I need to go back to my hometown.
Did Sal just take it off me? Did
Yes,
Sal just take it off me and drop it, or is
Yep.
it in your pocket? Okay, so it's
Nope,
just
she just tossed it and went back to dealing with.
so it's right there on the deck.
Oh, I feel so bad for Daniel's sex.
I'll get back.
He's asking what happened with the duel.
Oh, buddy.
Sweet summer
Oh,
child.
buddy.
What didn't happen at the duel?
I even tried to delay it a little bit to give people time to show up, but
The shit, the fan,
they met.
they met. So, Fix. Indisposed, but I have to deal with ship things, and Petra leaves. But everything's gonna be fine, and we're gonna figure it out. I'm so sorry, and then leaves.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's weird. Normally the ship feels very warm and welcoming. Now it's very rigid, and I can't
Yeah,
explain
we're
it.
working
It's
on
weird.
that.
The ground is
We're
harder.
working on that too.
Ixil's personality.
Trust me, I want this ship to be just as welcoming right now. I'm so upset. How long is it gonna take to get to Berkshire?
It's gonna be a few hours.
That's fine. Okay. This is fine. I just have to figure out how to pretend to be Fix for a little while.
Yeah, totally. That sounds like a good way to resolve this.
Instead of just telling them Fix is dead.
I don't want to disappoint them.
They lost their home. Yeah. Okay.
No, it's just, yeah, okay, no, it's fine. I didn't give them an answer. I'm gonna find the amulet. I have seen enough Saved by the Bell to know that 2 dates does not work. At least when you keep it secret. But that isn't gonna change the fact that I do not want to have to break that news right now. Does someone else, like our bard, have a bedside manner?
Yes, but he's currently sitting Shiva for Lucii.
And I don't know, Clara. Behind you, is that Doubtfire?
That's not fair in the community chapel.
I'm gonna go find the amulet, but we're gonna get the amulet and we're gonna find Aelfonn because Aelfonn has bedside manner, and I really liked it when we were just robbing trains. So yeah, okay, everything's gonna be fine.
Okay. So we're gonna jump real quick over to the roof, where Sal and River are. At the altitude that you're at and the speed, it is getting cold. Very cold. You can see that River is visibly shaking and that there's a blue tinge, even more so considering that they're a water genasi, to their form.
Sol is just... River? I'm not gonna go down until you go down. And if you're gonna freeze to death up here, then I'm gonna be right here with you. But if I remember correctly, you're a queen. Queens are no good dead.
A
I can't
calm
freeze to
wave
death.
just falls over her. You're right, Sal. I am a queen. And she releases the railing, stands up, and walks past you without even looking at you. She descends below deck and into the co-pilot chair in
Sol
the
keeps
helm.
really close to her the whole time.
As soon as you get below deck, she turns. May I have some privacy?
Can I trust you right now? You just tried to jump off our ship.
Yes. Wait. Did you think that I was trying to commit suicide or something?
That's what would have happened. River, that would have killed you.
More rage washes over her body. I have spells of my own.
Yeah, well, you don't share that kind of thing with me, apparently, but I don't.
You never asked. You, again, made choices on my behalf, overriding what I wanted.
I asked you. I did not make you come aboard this ship. I asked you to come aboard the ship because I... River? I love you. I don't want to lose you. And I don't know how to make that any more clear. I do trust you. Jumping off the ship, it definitely came across a bit, well, like you were gonna hurt yourself in some way. How could I not be worried? I'm trying to keep it together, okay? I'm trying really hard right now.
Let me make this easier on you.
Nothing.
We are done.
That's not gonna make it easier.
You don't
You
have
know
to
it.
worry about me anymore.
River, that's not how that works. It's
Oh,
never
are
been
you
how
going to
it
tell
works.
me how it works? Are you going to take that away from me too?
You think that I'm just gonna stop worrying about you because we're not dating? You think I'm just gonna stop worrying about where you are, what you're doing, how you are? We've been together for years! It's been like a decade!
Where are they? She holds
I'm
out
not
her
gonna-
wrists. Where are they?
I'm not gonna tie you up.
Where's my manacles? I obviously have no choice. I'm obviously your prisoner.
No. Just let me talk to Petra. We can get you back to Definius. Just let me fix the ship. Let me, just please, for a second, let me have a moment so I can calm down and figure out what to do so you can get back to your people and save them. But Lucii is dead.
Lucii died of his choice. He
Yes.
chose to stand in my place.
And I told him. I told him not to die again because I didn't think I could handle losing him
What
again.
did you
And
think
honestly,
was going to happen?
I didn't want him to. I didn't want Maktaba to die. I didn't want Lucii to die. I don't want you to die. I want my friends to stop dying.
And I want my people to be free, but they are suffering. I haven't heard anything from the captain of the guard since we've left, and that terrifies me. I understand not wanting your friends to die, but how would you feel if they had abandoned you? To feel like they had left you there? How did you feel when Lucii never showed up again?
I figured it out because I had to. I thought he was dead. Turned out
I'm
he
not dead,
hadn't.
and it looks like I've ran. It looks like I have done what you've accused Lucii of doing. Go, find Petra.
She's in control of the thing controlling the ship right now. That's why we need her. That's why we have to talk to her.
I don't understand why you're still explaining this to me. Do you want me to go with you? Am I not to leave your sight?
I'll go find her. Please. Just please. Stay put for a second. Just please.
Seems like I have no choice. I'm a queen
Well-
without any choice. And she slumps back into the chair.
Saul goes to find Petra.
All right, Petra. You guys meet in the hallway as you have scooped up the amulets, and you can pocket it no problem.
Okay. I feel like one fire is sort of quenched, dampened, banked. Banked is a good word.
We're saving this fire for later.
Yeah, that's essentially what's happening at this point. It's like back burner. Saul.
We need to go back to Divinius.
Sorry. I'm sorry, why?
I told River to come up here while we figured it out so that she'd be safe for a second, and then... Please, she needs to go back to her people.
We are figuring it out. We're just not going to do it within range of, I don't know, ballistas.
We can be closer to the city than we are. She feels like a coward, like she ran.
I don't know if you saw what was happening.
I saw
that
very
was
well
a
what was
God's
happening, but
damned.
it's not my choice.
Yes, but do you really think the people who want aristocrat blood, who just destroyed walls in a palace, were going to sit down and reasonably listen to the queen if they just found her in the middle of a riot?
I don't think they were going to do anything very peacefully, which is why I got her on the ship in the first place. But she's not going to listen.
And we just moved. We can go back. I wanted to keep the rest of you guys safe. That's all I'm trying to do. You are so blinded by your infatuation with her and Maktaba's
infatuation! I knew her before I met you!
Loyalty. That's fine.
This isn't. I
don't
kept it a secret
act
because
like
it was
it's not
safer
coloring
for
a lot of decisions.
I'm just.
Was it
Listen.
though?
Huh? She needed to be safe, and if it was public, she wouldn't be safe.
Can you guarantee right now that going back to Divinius is going to be safer than getting out of everyone's range?
So, Petra, it's not my choice. It's not up to me.
That's true. It's up to me right now. And
River needs to go back to her kingdom and her people, and for me to take her away from there was wrong. Please, just... If you want to
put her
talk to
back.
her...
We'll put her back. We're just not doing it now.
Can you unplug that thing from my ship? It's making Syl wrong.
No, because right now it's my ship. And Petra is going to shoulder her way past Sal headed towards the cockpit.
I want to give you...
Petra, please.
Please, what? We're not going back. I already told you this. We're not going back because it's not safe. We're going to get to a place that's safe for, I don't know, the hundreds of other people stored in our cargo hold who are not part of this. Or are you only thinking about your goddamn queen?
She tried to jump off the ship, Petra.
Well, I'm sorry your girlfriend's dramatic. There are people who trusted us to keep them safe beyond the queen, whom we are keeping safe, and we will return. But right now, I want to get people who did not sign up to join a revolution to some modicum of safety, even if it's a blown out shithole like Berkshire. Do you really want to put them in? Do you really want to put your comfort right now over theirs?
No, of course not. I just don't know what she's gonna do. And I don't know if her being here is actually safer for those people or not. Right now.
The way I see it,
The
way I see it, Divinius was already having problems when we got there. We had no control over what they were going to do. We brought the Empire to those people's homes and got it destroyed. It is our fault they do not have homes now. So we are going to keep them safe first. That is our duty, which you should know something about.
You think I've forgotten my duty?
I think you have your priorities a little mixed up right now.
I have been a loyal member of the Order even after they were gone. I'm willing to sacrifice myself for you. And I have many times left myself out there on your line. And I ask one thing of you.
I didn't say we weren't going to drop her back off. I said we have a duty to other people first. I'm not bringing them back into an active war zone.
Please tell her that. She's not listening to me.
Fine.
I'm gonna go... I don't know. She just kind of shrugs. I'm gonna just go.
I was gonna ask for you to talk to them about Fix, but then I remembered that you have no charisma either.
Oh, I would have told her. I mean, she would tell them she's dead.
I know, but like bedside manner's a thing.
Do you want her to go tell them?
Can we wait?
Cause Saul will do it.
That's a future Petra and Saul problem. Yeah, that's fine.
So you hear a voice
just
booming over the system. We are approaching Berkshire now.
Oh, thank God.
You might want to go talk to a queen.
Queen to queen.
Yeah.
Queen.
Queen to queen.
Yes, queen.
Okay. I assume she's pouting in the cockpit.
I look up actually at Berkshire,
Mm-hmm.
and since I have finished with Lucy, I'm going to start heading towards the cockpit.
Okay. You get to the cockpit, Petra, and no, she's not pouting. She's almost looks dead behind the eyes, like she's kind of given up.
What a coincidence. I'm also dead behind the eyes.
And in front of the
Cool.
eyes,
And she's not gonna-
Around the eyes.
In this vicinity, I'm not gonna talk to her if I don't need to. Like,
You don't need to.
I don't need to. If she brings it up, I'm gonna explain to her what I explained to Saul, but like, she's not really my problem.
Not your pig, not your farm.
Damn. I mean, you're not wrong. Just
I'm just like, wow, none of you gonna help Saul out a little bit?
I mean, like, what am I supposed to say?
I don't know.
Like, walk in, bringing you back to Divinius. Just wait for like 2 seconds.
Queen, we have landed.
Brilliant.
Why are we in Berkshire?
Because we need to drop off the cargo.
Queen, you must know that there are several hulks in the area.
I know.
And you really thought this was the safest place for them.
Did you want to dump them on another town that we cannot... first of all, the last time we tried to pick a city, the city had a revolution. So, the next option is a place that no one cares about, that we know how to keep safe by finding more glowworms, filling the town back up, there's walls, I don't know.
Roth takes offense to the no one cares about. Hey!
And we know how to keep it safe. The Empire
Glowworms.
destroyed this town before. What makes you think they want to destroy it again?
Because we're going to drop them off, and then we're going to set them up as best we can, and then we're going to leave again. There's not a lot else we can do right now. I want to tow them. Where do you want to put them? I assume you've joined us at this point.
Me? Yeah, no, I'm talking over my top shoulder. I follow him in the cockpit.
Why have we spoken to the refugees as to where they would like to go? I'm not dismissing this out of hand, although considering the source, I am not lending a lot of credence towards this idea. The town has not been safe, nor am I sure that it can support the number of people who you are attempting to resettle. Additionally, if they do not wish to live here, I will not herd them from my ship and set them up in a place they do not wish to be. I am not a slaver. I am not a colonizer. I do not move people to locations they don't want to live. Yeah, go ahead, Jameson.
While you're giving this impassioned speech, your eye is drawn to the console of the cockpit, and you see the helm is atop it. And it's only just now kind of dawning on you that something has happened to the ship as well.
What? Who has flown us to Berkshire? What is he? It? I apologize. I do not know how you wish to be called.
I am a knight. You may call me he.
He doing attached to the blossom? What? Your Prima, what? It looks like there is knowledge that I need to have.
Petra, what have you done?
A lot was happening. I made a lot of decisions, and they were decisions that needed to be made in the time that we were making them. So this, and she gestures vaguely at the knight attached to the ship, and Roth, is something that needed to happen to get the ship the air, and will be reversed very soon as anyone else who can fly the ship, Maktaba, is no longer indisposed doing Maktaba things, I assume. As far as talking to the people in the cargo hold, I panicked. I picked a place that wasn't where we were at the moment. We can go back. We are a few hours away. But I did not want to hang in the air like a fun little ornament to get shot out of the sky, or all of us get murdered, or I don't know, all of the people in the ship who did not sign up for revolution.
It's true, you're
to
the only
go
one who was
with.
acting.
Do not need to leave them here. I do
Roth?
not need to leave anyone here.
Yes.
What would need to occur in order to make this settlement safe for the people that we rescued?
Essentially, we'd have to hunt down a glowworm lair and fish us up a batch.
And assuming that they are agreeing to stay in this place, since this is essentially your settlement now, would you agree to allow people to live here?
I mean, I took it for being abandoned because I went with you all. Yes, they can stay here. There aren't any provisions for them, so long term, not good idea unless we get food and supplies. But the immediate issue is the glowworms, and those are very hard to find.
Very well. I think it's time for us to have a discussion with everyone aboard.
Okay. Go ahead.
Please.
question?
Yeah, what's up?
We have a source of crystals that I assume also glow.
It's true.
Any chance we have any knowledge as to whether crystal glow mimics glowworm glow?
I mean, I would need time to research this. I mean, theoretically, I could get it to the same hue and put out the same energy, but it would require a big crystal. I mean, something huge.
Out of
Yes.
character. I wasn't here for the hot tub episode, but I'm assuming that sounds an awful lot like the crystal heart.
You wouldn't be wrong.
And if so, you son of a bitch. But back into the moment. That would be a good course to begin as a way to see if we can protect these people. However, if they do not agree to stay, it would be fruitless to pursue that research.
I can't even guarantee
that
that it would
case-
work. I can try.
In that case, can you try while we talk to the people?
Yeah, sure, I can do that.
And is this completely necessary? The mechanical man hooked to the bridge of the ship.
I needed him. Essentially, imagine your ship is stick shift,
Mm-hmm.
and he's helping it be automatic. So without him, it's not going to go as fast or as smoothly if I try and fly it.
I appreciate the decisions made in expediency. However, I would appreciate if this could be removed from my ship, at least from the console. I am not opposed to it existing on the ship, but I do not appreciate it controlling the ship.
That is going to be a big negative there.
Negative one.
I absolutely agree, Maktaba.
I'm sorry.
I am not going anywhere. The Queen has commanded me here, and so I will not abandon my post.
Sort this, and I leave.
Okay.
And I'm going to head towards the people. Towards the hold.
Understood.
I will go with Maktaba. I feel like I'm kind of attaching myself to Maktaba for this episode.
And Rios is following behind as well.
Yep, I'm on auto follow.
Sal, are you going with Petra? Are you going to handle the helm, or are you going to go with them to the hold?
Saul was
I'm gonna stay at
not
the helm.
there.
Stay at the helm. Okay. And Sal, what are you doing?
Saul was not at the helm. She
No.
is wandering.
Oh. Okay. On the ship or off the ship?
She. Oh yeah, I guess we've landed. She's on the deck.
Okay. All right. Maktaba and Aelfonn, you approach. You get to the hold. Everyone is very confused.
I wasn't here when this was loaded on. Is there someone who is a representative who speaks for everybody, like an elder or a headsman, or
There
is
was,
it just,
but they
or is
got
it just a
eaten.
bunch of people? No, I remember that part.
Yeah. So it's just a bunch of people right now.
Okay.
What's the name of that city?
Rixby?
Rixby. Thank you. I literally saw it. I said it. Thank you.
My friends from Rixby, we need to have a discussion. Things have spiraled away from a path that we had believed was the best. If you would please follow me to the main deck, I believe that we need to have a discussion.
Everyone seems very confused, and gathers. Should we bring our stuff or just leave it?
I would leave it for the moment. We need to make some decisions and discussions, and moving before that would be premature.
But do enjoy getting out the fresh air and stretching your legs and taking in the sights.
Can we disembark? Is that what we're doing?
That is one of the courses of action that we will be discussing.
Well, I feel there's no fault in them disembarking for now. They can come back on the ship.
There are hulks in the area. The ship.
They're like in the town.
So, all of you converge in the area. And they all wait patiently for Maktaba to address them.
My friends, we have encountered difficulty in resettling you in Divinius. We have some considerations towards that area. At this time, we have an option of temporarily housing you in this location and making sure that it is safe and provisioned. Alternatively, we can find another place for you, but that will take some time on the ship. Nothing about living here would be permanent unless you chose to make it so. I admit it does not look very appealing.
For those of you that are new to the show, the town of Berkshire is essentially constantly covered in clouds. It is a perpetual night in the area with these giant gray hulks that lumber around in the darkness, picking up and eating. Think Attack on Titans, but gray.
And not quite that big, as I understand it.
Yeah. They're 10 to 15 feet, not necessarily 40, 50 feet.
I know that this is not an appealing location, but it may be more comfortable than crammed aboard this ship.
We want to go to Divinius. You said you were taking us to Divinius.
Yes. Unfortunately, the people of Divinius are in a state of flux at the moment. It is not safe there yet, but we are working with the monarchy of Divinius to re-establish safety.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Yeah.
I was gonna say deception, but you're technically not lying.
Yeah. I don't flash any side eye because, as far as I know, that's all accurate.
Oh God.
That's a 12 on the dice with my 10 in persuasion. So that's a 22.
They all seem very confused as to this, but it seems like they're all kind of in agreement. They were told they were going to go to Divinius. They weren't told they were going to go to this dark cesspool of a town, and you get the feeling they don't want to stay here. Mm-hmm. This would be the worst for them.
I understand your concerns. This place does not look like much. There's not a lot to see. There's not a lot to do. There's not a lot to eat. Unless you like those
roaches.
The local delicacy, which I highly recommend. As Maktaba said, this would only be temporary. Think of it as a layover, a stop on your trip to your new home. And think of it as an adventure.
All right. So I want you to give me a persuasion check to get these folks to be all right with staying in this dark, depressing, corpses burned in the center of town, as was their right.
Oh, yeah.
The previous occupants.
Oops. Didn't clean that up.
Well, I think bonfire in the center, fire in the center of town, the bodies would have been consumed.
Yeah. Let's hope it was hot enough.
Is
not the skeletons.
Persuasion check is a 26.
Bone burns.
Bones do burn if it's hot enough.
You have to say here today, gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Are you saying that Maktaba wouldn't have done a thorough job? Because I'm finding that a little offensive.
Well, you were back. All right.
No, I'm the one who made that happen.
Yes, I know. No, I didn't say you weren't. With that roll, you convinced them to stay. Roth will agree to. He says he can't get the crystals to work. Roth will work with them to find. What was it, the glowworms? He might know where there is a place where they might be able to be housed. And he says, just go. I've got this.
I believe that we can procure the glowworms. We would not leave the people without protection.
Don't worry. I've been working on something that's a little bit more stable than glowworms. Your crystals gave me a great idea for making this happen. There's just one small problem. I can get that working. It's going to take me some time, but I'm unable to pull him out. And he gestures back to the cockpit. He refuses to go.
What?
Oh, does he?
Okay.
Yes.
Does he now?
Mm-hmm.
Let me talk to him.
Go right ahead. It's your ship. Really, it is your ship.
All right. Oh God. Yeah. Petra is going to like marches right up to the helm and like slaps it, but then realize like without thinking that it is a helm.
Mm-hmm. Take 1 point of damage, but yes.
I regret that, but I don't. Excuse you, I thought I told you to... Oh, I probably didn't. I need you to relinquish the ship to its rightful owner.
I don't believe that it would be a good idea, my queen.
Why?
Well, to take control of the ship, I had to be more forceful than I would normally have been. And if I release Syl, she may not let me. Easy, thank you. She may purge me.
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
Okay. Well... What? Hold on. Can we talk to Syl?
Yeah, I believe I can make that happen. Hold on. And the eyes turn from red to a blue color.
The sign that everything is good.
I did not expect to be negotiating with the ship today.
Well, you've never played my games.
After everything we've done today, you didn't expect to be negotiating with the ship?
Honestly, yeah, okay, whatever.
Petra, is that you?
Yes.
Get this thing out of me.
If I can ask him to leave, but he's afraid you're going to kill him.
Oh, I'm going to kill him. I will obliterate and excise his body.
Would
My
you take a... Yes, Maktaba?
my dearest Silver Blossom, I am very tickled to be able to speak with you finally, and I must apologize for the difficult circumstances that made this possible.
He says that he was following orders, that someone ordered him to take control of the ship.
There was a misunderstanding,
Was there?
and
Yes.
I believe that if you will relinquish him and allow him to depart, we can be assured that this will never happen again. And I'm staring directly at
Scout's
Petra.
honor.
All right, give me a persuasion check, Maktaba. But
Yeah,
this is going to be
Ah!
at disadvantage.
Of course it is.
Use your advantage to negate it.
Yeah.
Don't you have inspiration?
You got some inspiration in there.
I do.
The cargo's
You
going to
want to.
riot. The ship's going to riot.
But I don't think that this is
We're having a real bad time.
yeah, I honestly don't think this is appropriate to
All
do
right.
so. That is 15 with my penalty.
Okay. That's good enough.
So it was an 18 and a 16, so
All right. All right. If you can get him to release me from my room, I will not purge him.
I will make sure
Done.
that happens.
The eyes change from blue back to red. My queen, what is your order?
You're fine. Get out.
You have her word that she will not purge me?
I think so.
Well, so now you're not gonna lie.
The ship will not purge you.
Okay.
You heard the man? The bird?
He goes to remove himself. You see the colors begin to return back to their normal hues of the ship. There's a problem.
Oh, come on.
I'm unable to fully untangle myself.
Why is this not easy?
I am
What?
part
May
of
I
the
try
ship now.
something?
Oh, fucking A.
I'm
Aelfonn.
gonna pull out the harp that I've been carrying around with me since we got back on the ship,
Of course.
and I'm gonna start playing. And the way that I imagine Aelfonn sees magic is he sees magic as music. So there are harmonies, and there are counter harmonies, and there are counterpoint. It's all like he's almost like Mozart seeing the staff in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's gonna try to unravel the harmonies that are causing the ship to be, or the night to be fused with the ship.
Okay.
I am casting Dispel Magic.
All right. So when you actually visually see this, what makes this tricky is that you've seen Steven Universe, correct?
Mm-hmm.
There's that song, What's the Use in Feeling Blue?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's got that discordant, the pearls singing. That's essentially what you're seeing. It's out of harmony, but in harmony at the same time.
Okay.
So go ahead and cast your Dispel Magic. Is there something I need to roll against?
Let me look. I was looking at it, and then I forgot. So it's choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell level 4th or higher on the target, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. So I would roll. I just need to know what the DC of this would be. So if it's 3rd or under spell level, it's automatically dispelled. If it's above that, which I'm assuming this probably is, I need to make a roll, which would be 10 plus the spell level.
Understood. You're asking me to put stats to a narrative thing? Not a problem. Okay, all right.
Well, you're also perfectly
right.
willing to just say that's not going to work in this.
Oh, no.
I'm absolutely fine with that.
I will
too.
never take away someone's ability to try something. That's why you got to just build on the fly if need be. This is a 5th level spell. I'm going to say this is a Dominate Person spell.
Okay. So this will be a DC 15 I gotta beat. And I'm rolling with my spellcasting ability, which is my charisma, so it's a +4. And then, hold on. Ability check using your spellcasting ability. Okay, so would I also add my proficiency with this? It doesn't say that I do, but it's saying I'm making a skill check. Or I'm making an ability check, I'm sorry. I don't know if that counts. I have charisma as a proficiency for saving throws. So I don't know
No,
if that
you would
counts. Okay, that's fine. So this is +4.
I didn't mean for my
Judas
ship to become 1.
Dice. I rolled an 8, so nope. That's a negative.
All right, you try and unweave or pull apart the song, and it does not work. It seems these two are irrevocably fused. I'm sorry, my queen. I did everything I could to carry out your order. And Syl, one eye turns blue, one eye is red. What is happening? Why is he still here, part of me? Get
I
him
honestly
out.
don't know. Taba?
Petra, would you please go to my study and get the drawing miniature off my desk?
And Petra just like, running would be undignified, so whatever the step down from running is.
Power walking.
Power walks out of the room. Moves
Heel toe.
efficiently out of the room.
All right. She goes and retrieves the drawing doll.
So for anyone who's a sketch artist or a drawing type artist, painting artist, one of the flexible dummies that you can move into all sorts of positions that you can use as a reference
Sweetie, can you
for
pass me
drawing,
that doll?
that's what I'm talking about.
The wood one.
Exactly like yeah, I assume that's what you're getting down right now.
I am. Pitch it. Toss it. Good toss. Assuming it doesn't get keyed out.
There it is.
Yeah, we can kind of see it. Exactly what I wanted on there. And what I'm going to do is use that kind of as a focus.
Okay.
And I'm going to talk to the knight and say, I understand that you might have difficulty being in this body, but I think that we can find something that more suits the physical nature that you are used to and moves in ways that you are more familiar with.
Suits
And
you.
it would do a great deal of good if you were to move your consciousness into this prepared form. And all of that is part of a casting of suggestion.
Okay. He wants to comply with your request. Any request given to him by his queen, he tries to do to the umpteenth degree, to the most complete way possible, which is kind of what got him into this mess. He wants to do this, but is unable to comply.
I figured that was the case, but I had to make the effort.
No, totally fine.
To try for that.
Okay.
Suddenly, the sending stone squawks to life. Prima, Vox Prima, are you there? River
Is she? I think
looks
she is.
up.
She's been sitting here the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
While y'all are
She's been
arguing.
the whole time.
Am I allowed to answer that?
Oh my.
Of course.
Yes, dude. Ugh.
She answers the sending stone. This is the Prima. What's going on? And you can tell from the voice on the other side, it is the captain of the guard. We've managed to subdue the rioters. This was actually a plot by Bellum. Their agitators had worked their way into the city and were trying to force our hands. We are opening the gates regardless and opening up trade. But we are doing this strictly and securely. It was the only way to pacify the majority. While the agitators escalated the situation, the sentiment was valid by the people. That's good to hear. There's more. You are no longer the Prima. the people saw this as a sign of betrayal, that you left them at this time. She is frozen for a minute.
Can I take the sending stone?
Sure. I mean, it's like a open communication thing.
Hey, any chance that it sounds like she got kidnapped?
No.
By like a very dangerous individual, potentially from Bellum?
I gave the blessing for her to go, and I have reported to the
oh,
Vox
no.
5.
Oh, yeah. But, like, what if, you were tricked?
He seems very confused. I'm not going to be complicit in any schemes. I saw her leave with you. I'm speaking to her through your sending stone.
Oh, yeah. What if, I don't know, General Radinovic showed up and kidnapped the queen as part of this plan?
I think I see where you're going.
For you.
Where you're trying to make it seem like you kidnapped the Prima.
Yep.
But I've already reported to the Vox 5, and Athena May has stepped in as the new Prima.
I'm sorry, you cut out for a second. What?
Athena May. She is the Vox of Agrix, the Traveler, and she is now the new Prima.
Oh. If she wants her crown back, that's the gambit we're playing. That's all I can say.
River has gone motionless and has collapsed back into the chair. 1,000-yard stare. She can't believe she's lost her kingdom.
Are there no supporters of River still left in the city?
This was a move that the council agreed on when the Prima
I don't care about your bloody council. I care about the people.
Listen, if there may be supporters for River, but this will cause a schism in Divinius. Those loyal to River and those loyal to Athena.
Again, what if it wasn't her fault?
Do you have proof that she was kidnapped?
Yes.
If you provide proof, the council can weigh in on this and decide. But I cannot speak. I've only come to relay news.
Just Petra looks at the rest of the crew like.
River comes to, grabs the stone. Thank you. That will be all. And ends the communication.
Well, Your Highness, Your Highness, it looks like we have two options. We can either try to say that we kidnapped you, and by we, I mean she, looks at Petra, or we can fight for your throne back.
No, we will not fight for my throne. We will not spill the blood of other Divinians. That is not happening. Did you not hear what he said? This was caused by Bellum agitators. Agitators that I let into my own throne. is there anything we can do to, how is it that you say, Sal, even the score?
I'll say Sal is there. Fuck it. Sal came back down after a moment of fresh air, and she's like, "Yeah, I mean that's what we're working on."
What is it that we need to do? I don't have much, but I'm sure I can call in favors and get your people resettled in Divinius, and we can go after Bellum. This is considered an act of war, assuming the new Primat will follow.
Well, to
Sal's
put it
face is
bluntly,
kinda like,
Bellum
"What?"
is binding demons to artifacts to make them magical. Interested in stopping that at all?
And you didn't lead with that? She looks
That's-
directly at Sal.
That's what I was hoping we could talk about before someone interrupted a dinner.
Demons.
Oh, we are not putting this back on me.
Sal
Regardless.
just kind of shoots at Aelfonn like, I was planning on talking to you after the dinner about all the different things. I was mostly focused on getting the people to safety first because we have so many of them.
We will handle the people in time. We can resettle them, but we are going after Bellum. If they are playing with demons, it is my duty. Even though I am no longer Prima, it is my job to end this.
Good,
And
then
I
we're
will
all
be going
agreed.
with you.
Good, then we're all agreed. Now, if no one else disagrees, looks at Saul, I have a performance. If you'll excuse me. And I go and I start preparing a song regaling, basically telling the story of Fix's death. Fix as Lucii, and preparing to sing it for the people that knew Fix.
Understood. So, you sing from your heart. The words come to you in a way that they've never flown so smoothly. And you're able to impart that Lucii was Fix, and Fix was Lucii, and they were one. And that he nobly sacrificed himself.
Mm-hmm. I'll lie. Why not?
To save his friends.
Yeah. To save his exactly, to save his friends and to help guarantee a new start for the people of Rixby.
All right.
I'm going to gear it towards them a bit.
Understood. And they're weeping. Some openly, some are clutching loved ones. But a quiet moment is had for the loss of Fix and Lucii. It is very moving.
And the song is called The Duel of Feather and Fire.
There you go.
Wow.
Bringing it full circle.
Mm.
So, once that's done, you are allowed to return to Divinius to settle these people and your scientists. They will be safe there. Your plan of attack is entirely on your own. If you want to go in there with Divinius's army backing you and attack Bellum directly, that's one way to do it. If you want to have a smaller surgical team, try and get in there and disrupt Project Maven, that's another option. They will outfit you and supply you with new gear.
Lovely.
Is there anything you'd like to do before we call tonight?
Not game related. Not character related, rather.
Yeah.
Oh man,
All right.
I'm gonna have to re-listen to this episode like immediately because I
kept trying
I've
to
lost
take
track. I've lost track.
Do
He
we need
was
to
so
recap
good,
it?
though.
Where'd you lose track at?
No, it's cool. We'll recap it when we get. I'll do it later.
We'll do a debriefing. All right.
Uh-huh.
So, let me grab my script.
Before you do that, I just wanted to say one thing.
Yes,
way back, 7 years ago, in the middle of this episode, Clara said something about feeling like she was taking agency and that she hates when that happens, and she was apologizing. And I just want to say that, on my part at least, the suggestions that she made regarding my character, I was perfectly fine with, and did not feel pressured in any way to go that route. It's just seemed like to me to be the best story, and I didn't feel that I was in any way railroaded or had my agency taken away for that part of the episode.
Right.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I never once felt like you were. I was like, no, that makes sense that's what Petra would do. Saul was not. I mean, Saul is upset, but I didn't. I 100% was like, yeah, no, that makes way more sense than what Saul's plan was supposed to be.
Yeah, I was all in for it. I thought it was great. I thought you acted completely within your rights as a character. So it's all good, boo.
I just wanted to make sure that people, for people listening, and for people who sometimes listen to our games as a way to see how a game system is run or whatever, like it's collaborative storytelling. So when you take agency away from people, you just have to be really careful about how it's handled. So we were messaging afterwards asking if it was okay and stuff.
The X card is in effect. Like if
the
anything
X
felt
card is
out
always
of,
in effect.
Yes.
Right. I just wanted to have it on record that I understood and it was okay with it.
Yeah.
Just for exactly that reason, so that people listening home didn't feel that way. Yeah.
Same. Like if I was, like, me as a player was definitely like totally fine with it because I think it worked. I just now have to figure out how Saul's gonna deal with everything.
You got a week to figure it out.
Yep.
Right.
Guys, I'm not sure we have enough episodes left to get our good redemption arcs going on.
7 seasons and a movie.
Redemption arc?
7 seasons and a movie.
So we got 3 episodes left. We'll be back next Wednesday. Let me do the thing. And that's the end of tonight's session. We hope you enjoyed it. Join us again next Wednesday, 7 p.m. Pacific. Don't be late, or you miss cool duels and body swapping and what have you. Everything for our next session. If you want to catch up on past episodes, which you should do, Hot Tub episode, iconic. Check it. I think it's episode 4 was that.
Hot Springs episode.
Hot
There's a
Springs.
different connotation with Hot Tub episode.
Very true. Hot Springs, not Hot Tub. Yes.
The last time Saul Hope.
You can find those at happyjacks.org/dyingembers. And if you want to find all of our other APs on the Happy Jacks network, visit happyjacks.org/shows. Nick, Maktaba, where can they find more of you, sir?
I am also on the channel on alternating Mondays for Insert Coin Floodwater. And in that, I play a different sort of broken character. So it's enjoyable. It's in an alternate 90s that never was. Using the Tales from the Flood / Tales from the Loop, if you're more familiar with that rule set for that game. So please join us on that as well.
All right, Blythe, where can they get more of you?
Hi. Yeah, so you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at BlytheKayla93. My Twitter is mostly just talking a lot about Star Wars Rebels lately, so follow if you want me to break down Star Wars lore, like, real deep. You can also find me on Mondays, starting back up on June 1st. We are starting season 2 of my Star Trek Perseverance show. We had to do some retooling of sponsors, but we are coming back. It's super gay. It's super fun. You can follow that at FCRD12 on Twitter for more updates. I think that's... And then, yeah, I'm here on Wednesdays putting Saul through emotional torture, apparently.
Hey, that's my job. Petra. Yeah, I'm sorry. Petra, where can they get more of you, Clara?
I am all over the internet as at clearly_golden. Unless you're into mermaids, in which case it's at Mermaid Clarity, where you can see on both platforms I tend to share things that I'm crafting, and I yell a lot about people, like I yell a lot about racism.
As you should.
And currently Catherine the Great.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Joey, where can they get more of you, sir?
Hey guys, you can catch me on Twitter at Joey Nestra. You can catch me on Facebook under the same name, because it's my name. You can catch me every other Sunday, not this Sunday, but the next Sunday, here on Happy Jacks for Glittering Night, our Vampire 5e game where I get to play a Toreador and be as extra as I want and no one can stop me, and it's the best thing ever. You can also catch me, not this Saturday, but next Saturday. I will be I've been cast in a one-night production of The Lion in Winter via Zoom. You can get information on that at alchemytheater.com. You can also email them at info@alchemytheater.com to get the link to the live event, because we're not charging people for it, and it's going to be great. All the actors are phenomenal, and I can't wait to start it. And then I will be are we announcing the thing for, oh, I'm not saying it yet, because we're recording it on a day, but it's not releasing yet. So I'm going to stop talking now. Okay, thanks, bye.
It's okay. I'll go ahead and drop that. I'll make that part of my outro. I'm
I forgot to
Jameson.
drop things.
Don't worry. I got you. I got y'all. I'm Jameson. You can find me online as GM_Mace, like my handle in chat, Mace like the weapon. I'm here every Wednesday, at least for the next 3, and then we'll see what happens after that. I'm also on Games We Never Play, the podcast where we play games that are sitting on your shelf, hard drive, what have you, that are untouched. This Sunday, we'll be recording, for Pride Month, Glitter Hearts, and Joey and Blythe will be joining us for that. So it's going to be super fun and super gay and super great with Stephen Pope as our GM. He's amazing. One of the best GMs I ever played with. Again, thank you all. You've been wonderful. We love having you in chat, and we look forward to seeing you next Wednesday. You all take care, and we will chat then. Bye.
Bye.